Hey, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co, and today we're diving back into Tanares Adventures to continue our campaign. We are halfway through the second week, about to dive into the third of 4 sessions in a week, which means at the end of this is going to be our last city phase for week 2, before we dive into the world phase at the end of our next game, which should be in around 2 or 3 weeks. If you've been following along with the series, this is a full campaign playthrough of Tanares Adventures. This is a sponsored campaign playthrough from Dragori Games, please take that into account. And speaking of Dragori Games, by the way, the pledge manager for Tanares Adventures is going to be closing up at the end of October as of right now. So if you are interested in this game, if you're still, I believe the RPG might be on a different timeline, a small degree, but if you are interested in Tanares Adventures, they specifically on their last campaign, they were aiming for very aggressive timelines on delivery, and to that end, to make sure they hit those timelines, the pledge manager is closing soon. So this might be your last opportunity to go ahead and jump into it until either the secondhand market, the next campaign, any of that, and so I'll of course have links to that down below. But with that, where we left off in the last scenario, we just finished our scenario, we leveled up a few buildings. In fact, 2 of our characters over here, our bruiser and our tank, now have level 3 spells added to their mix over here, level 3 attack cards, which is fun because those attack cards really give us a lot of room to play with in different ways and do different fun things. Specifically, I proxied out some cards that weren't really working for my engine. I had a bunch of cards that if I played a certain card, then when a hero gained cubes or would deal damage to the other hero, to the other villains, I found I just didn't get a lot of benefit from that. The hypothetical combo was great, the actual practical application didn't work for me as well, so I proxied in some level 3 spells that are incredibly powerful, that will deal damage and let heroes flip cards whenever enemies take terrain damage, which will then cycle back to being able to reactivate our level 3 spells. Some very fun level 3 cards over here going on, and my bruiser and my tank. We'll see those in action soon enough. But with that, let's do what we usually do and start off with the reading of our quest options in front of us to see which way we're going to go. And currently, we have 3 quests. We have Arendundum, which I believe we had already, Evolution of the Occult, and Oceanic War. Arendundum is, if neglected, you may forever ignore the secrets behind the Kemet magic and what they know and what you don't about the creation of the world. Most Kemet temples are either destroyed or scavenged, but there may be an alternative to learning the deepest secrets of the Kemet. From their knowledge and magic, it seems that the Kemet absorbed many of the customs of the mythical Kepish people, who live mostly on the continent of Darkal, of which they can find but a few fairy tales and historic myths. A single Kepish temple is rumored to hide in the extreme north between Kilbjorn and North Stravian. No portals go near there. The only path is through the dangerous elven domains of King Sundaril Reneth, whose standing in the war remains unclear. Expectation, find a way to the ancient Kepish temple. We have Oceanic War. If neglected, you may lose control of the seas, which sounds bad. I want control of the seas. If I learned anything, is never relinquish control of the seas. I don't know about you, but I've played through Cyclades a lot, and I really love Cyclades. If we lose control of the seas, you may as well give up the game. You need control of the seas. Thousands of Undead, in case I'm hinting which way I'm kind of leaning towards. I haven't read the cards, I have changed my mind in the past, but I'm definitely leaning towards that one. You know what's the other one? The other one is the secrets behind the Kemet magic. Who cares about the secrets behind the magic? I need control of the seas. Thousands of Undead are on the biggest ship ever to have sailed in Tanares. Although its destination is uncertain, to sail across the central sea, it must pass through Savaset Lighthouse, an important point of defense in the capital province. Dozens of smaller Kemet vessels, riddled with necromancers, are forming a line around the structure. The Iron Hand worries they will launch an assault to destroy it, or summon something nasty from the depths of the sea. That sounds bad. The Iron Hand Navy is much inferior to the Kemet fleet, but there's no choice. If the Kemet take control of the Central Sea's northwestern waterways, nothing will stop them from disembarking anywhere in the Empire. Expectation, engage in full-fledged Oceanic War to help the ironclad Iron Hand retain the opening to the Central Sea. Definitely leaning that way. Evolution of the Occult. If neglected, the Kemet may reinforce the army with powerful aberrations and monstrous experiments. You see, now that is a viable threat. Do I care more about the seas, or possibly deal with the fact that they might have monsters on their side? In the past, a particularly secretive and vicious branch of the Evolutionist Church set its headquarters in a labyrinth near Asturian city in Ubel, who had engaged in profane experiments with animals and men, meddling with creation itself and selling their knowledge to the highest bidder. After the Temerian Order of Knights dismantled the operation, the region lived in peace for years. Recently, though, there have been increased Iron Hand reports of necromancers and Kemet flirting with the occult and attacking villages in the region, suggesting that the dark branches of the church may have returned to the foul activities sponsored by the Kemet. Expectation, find occult groups in the southern deserts, investigate and dismantle their operation. You see, I think that control of the seas is very important. I also think not fighting against various monsters is important, but they're possibly trying to raise like a Kraken or Cthulhu or who knows what, so this kind of hits both those notes, which means we are indeed going to be going ahead with Quest O, Oceanic War. To that end, let's go ahead and open up our journal to Quest O over here, figuring out that's the wrong, we want to go to the quest guide. What's the order here? That's the wrong page over here. We want to go to, why can't I find this here? Here we go, let's go back a little further. A little further, a little further. I think I have the right book. It's only been like 2 weeks. There we go. I just went too far. That's the problem. So we have quest O over here. M, N, O. No, we're still not an N. Give me a second to get here. O. Adventure, Chapter O. Oceanic War. Ooh, this is going to be fun. We're going to need to get some water boards. You're going to have to get me up in a second. Waterboarding is bad. Water boards is fun. Sadura is holding a bedsheet in your room at the Sarah's Inn. The captain is distraught. Sorry to wake you up. Today we engage the Kemet on the open sea, a sensitive mission that may define the war's course. Their fleet is superior to ours, but we have a plan. I'll explain everything in our flagship. You follow Sadura... Sorry. You follow Sadura and Sarah to a portal and land at Deveril's port. A huge anchored ship is docked. It looks like a castle on a boat. Sadura welcomes you aboard. This is Tanares Prime, our flagship. Despite being the Empire's greatest warship, it's still no match for the enemy fleet. She shares some documents with more information about various ships. While they may offer some advantage in battle, you don't have time to study everything. Focus on the Kemet vessels. Okay, here's an option. Do we focus on the Kemet vessels to gain an advantage if you need to board them? Or do we focus on the Iron Hand vessels to better maneuver your ships in battle? And there's a bit of a picture, plus a little bit of a teaser of like the seaboard coming our way. But there's a picture of the Kemet and the Iron Hand vessels. So we have the Kemet vessels, Deathwind, Dreadnought, and Skullthrower. We can focus on them to gain an advantage, or we can focus on the Iron Hand to better maneuver our ships in battle. I'd rather not get to a boarding. I just feel it's going to happen. But I'm going to focus on the Iron Hand. I'm going to focus on the Iron Hand. We're going to go 2, 3. Sadura. For this operation, we have the flagship and 3 other types of vessels that focus either on speed, attack, or defense. Put a cube on slot 2. Go to 4. There we go. Here's the plan. We'll sail to a strategic spot near Savasrat Lighthouse. That is our greatest asset as it can blast any ship in range of its powerful beam. We must attack the Kemet that approach the Central Sea and return to the lighthouse if we ever need aid or repairs. Meanwhile, our wizards are enhancing the power of arcane cannons and creating a magic barrier to protect our ship. This sounds fun, by the way. Sarah comes close to fainting. She has a horrifying vision that there will not be time for the wizards to accomplish both, as the Kemet vessels will arrive earlier than expected. A soldier rushes in and confirms this vision. Sadura will order all wizards to focus either on attack or on defense. Choose whether you want to focus on enhancing the arcane cannons or the magic barrier. The arcane cannons are going to blast their ships. The magic barrier keeps our ship away. The power of arcane cannons, magic barrier protecting our ship. Arcane cannons. A good defense is a good offense. The best defense is a good offense. We're going to focus on the arcane cannons and go to 5. You sail west and spot Kemet scouting ships. They change course to intercept you. Each hero engages in a different Kemet ship. You must handle the ship's weapons well, and if you don't sink your enemy, face each counterattack that they make. Each hero rolls a d20. We're going to go ahead and roll these over here and see what we got. A 3, an 18, an 8, and a 10. So a nice mix of spells over here. Let's see how they actually manifest depending on the various attributes we add. Then we go ahead. Plus 3 if you choose the arcane cannon. So we're going to add 3 to each result. Then plus 3 if you've studied the Iron Hand vessels, which we have, so we're good there. So we're adding 6 to every die roll. Final result, it's each hero. Wait, 1 second. Each hero engages in a different ship. I don't understand this. Each hero. Why can I not figure this out? Each hero rolls a d20. You must handle ships as well, and if you don't sink your enemy. I don't 100% understand. Oh, the hero. Okay, I got it. Sorry, I'm reading the results over here. So, we have over here, we have this person over here is going to have a 6. It's not modified by anything else. So, a 6. We have average. The Kemet ships attacks you 2 times before being destroyed. The hero takes 8 damage, or 6 if you chose magic barrier. So, we're going to take 8 damage on this character over here. So, he's going to drop down from his 70 down to 62. It's worth noting their current health is augmented by their various ability cards, as well as the fact that because I'm playing on a higher Kemet hunt level, instead of taking away one of their special attacks, I instead penalize each of their health by 5. Past that, we're going to go over here. We have a 16. Very good. The Kemet ship attacks you only 1 time before being destroyed. The hero takes 4 damage. Okay, we're going to drop down 4 damage. I mean, it looks like we're basically taking damage no matter how well we roll. 65 down to 61. Okay, I can work with that. Over here, we have a 14, which is going to be the same category over here. So we're going to take 5 damage again. 4 damage, 61 over here. And then lastly, on green, we have perfect. The Kemet ship was destroyed with a single shot. It did not have time to react. So that was basically best case scenario, nothing bad happens, and the rest of the time, bad stuff happens. Okay, go to 6. Your ship arrives at the rendezvous point. You position in such a way that the enemy will be influenced to get into the lighthouse's range. Just moments before you can see their fleet on the horizon, much more imposing than yours. Do we advise Sadura to have the officers focus on the attack, or advise Sadura to have the officers focus on defense? The attack. We've been clear. We boosted our arcane cannons. We have to go ahead, go on the offensive here. Don't worry about the numbers. We can take them all. The best defense is a good offense, so a decisive attack will even the odds. The Oceanic War begins. Only a tiny part of the Kemet fleet comes to attack. The Iron Hand handles them aggressively and well. Meanwhile, a dark smoke hinders the vision of the rest of the fleet. Some vessels from the Kemet's first assault return and are engulfed in it. Sarah can vaguely sense the energy that the enemy vessels emanate. You interpret her information to blindly attack the invisible ships. Battleship Puzzle. Ooh, okay, we're going to have to show this over here. This is the Battleship Puzzle situation. I'm going to figure out how this all plays out over here. Next to each row and column, you can see the number of squares that the Kemet ships, both visible and invisible, occupy. Okay, got it. Try to precisely figure out where they are. 3 ships are shown on the map. 6 other ships are invisible. 1 big, 2 medium, and 3 small. None of them is diagonally positioned. A Kemet ship can never be adjacent to another, not even diagonally. You may use condition tokens to track the empty squares, and use cubes to note your solution. When you're done, see the answer on 20. User disappears in the middle of a war cry in the warship of Gulag. Okay, so this is basically a standard kind of a puzzle that, these are very standard puzzles, but I haven't actually played this over here. I like the way they're doing it. So next to each row and column, you can see the number. And by the way, spoiler obviously, so I'll timestamp to the next section of the puzzle so you can skip solving this yourself if you want to figure it out. So, we're starting the puzzle. Over here, we have column 0. This 0 means there's nothing in this column at all. So we're going to go ahead and we need a bunch of cubes over here. Let's grab these over here and figure out, we're going to track where we think are. So 6 other ships, a Kemet ship can never be adjacent. You may use condition tokens to track the empty squares and that to note your solution. So because we know that entire column has 0, and then the next thing we want to do is we want to note that, you know what, let's go ahead and use a bunch of condition tokens. So we'll do this like so. Here we go. Just give me a second while I grab all these, because it's a procedural puzzle over here. Because we have, let's go ahead and put these down over here, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and 0. Usually you're doing this on an app and you can track this. Now in this column we have 1, which means there's nothing else because we already have 1, because we already have the visible Kemet ship. So 1, 1, 1, but that means that we do know, so what else do we know? Do you have any 1s in this column? We have 5 in this column and 4 in this column, which means there's 1 more in this column. And since there's 1, let's go ahead and proceed to knock out all the rest of the stuff. We have 0, 0, 0, 0, because again, there's already 1 there. Nothing here. Over here we already have 1, and over here we have 1, which means there's nothing down over here. So this is how, and we know for a fact, what's the other thing we know? We know that 6 other ships invisible, a Kemet ship can never be adjacent to another, not even diagonally, which means we can go ahead and just pop these around all the Kemet ships, because you can never have one adjacent to another, which makes this a pretty easy puzzle to solve in my opinion. But let's go ahead and finish solving this and figure out if we actually are right or not right about how easy it is to solve. So because of the fact, we're getting our first piece of additional information over here, because we know nothing's over here and nothing's over here, and then we know that there are 6 Kemet ships that are invisible. That seems like a lot, but let's go ahead and figure this out. So we're going to grab 1 ship, and we know for sure there's 1 over here because there's 1 in that column. We also know that there's a room for a 3 and 1, because we know there's 1 over here. Here's what we know, okay? We know that this over here is 1. We know this is a 3x1, which means the 3x1 cannot be here, because then it will be touching this ship. It might be here, but possible, we'll see. And it could be here. And over here, honestly, we know there's a 3x1 because it says 3. So we just found our first 3x1. Because we found our first 3x1, and we know that there's a ship over here, we know that for sure. We don't know what type of ship it is, but we know there's 1 3x1, 2 mediums, and 3 smalls. So if there's 3 over here, we know that one of the smalls, let's use different colors to represent the sizes over here. We know that one of the smalls is here because there's 3 in this column, and therefore 1 medium is here as well. Same thing goes that way because, you know, that's just how it works, because we have to track different colors, we said. So that's going to be a medium over here, and we know that we have another medium over here, like so, because again, that's just because you have a 3 over there, which means you possibly have a medium, possibly have a small. It could be either one over there. In fact, it can't be either one. It has to be a medium over here, which means, oh, this is tricky. There's going to be 3 smalls. We have 1 small. This doesn't make sense to me. This doesn't make sense. Are we doing this correctly? Next to each row and column, you can see the number of squares that Kemet ships occupy, both visible and invisible. Oh, I'm sorry. Over here, see that? That's a mistake over there. Because we already know there's a 3 over here, which means this might not be what I said it is. Instead, I need to take a step back. We know this is here. We know that's... I'm sorry. I butchered this over here. I did this incorrectly because I forgot to count that. So we know 1's over here. We know 1's over here. In this column, we have 1, 2. So we know there's something over here. In this column, we know there's nothing, so that's going to be a small over here. So we know this is a small over here, and therefore we know this is empty. I apologize, I forgot to take into account that ship there. Over here, we know there's 3, so we have 1, 2, 3, which means we're going to throw a 2 down over here. We know it can't be a 3 because we know the rules over there, which means our next 2 is over here, and which means our next 2, I feel like I'm still missing something. Because we have 2 2s. Oh, no, we have, I feel like I'm missing something here. How am I doing this wrong? If there's 3 here, we're going to have a small and a small. And if there's 4 here, we already have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 1 over here, a small. We put down a condition token over here, and then we have a small. So I think this works. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 over here. Okay, go when you're done, see the answer on 20. Okay, does 20 mean, I think 20 means a city book. Let's go ahead and find out though, because, let's see. See the answer on 20. Oh dear Lord, you, just for the record, I probably should have grabbed like a battle board, but let's go ahead and take a picture of this because I need to see what's going on here. So we're going to go ahead and take a picture because I need to clear this and see the answer, unfortunately. So we're going to go ahead and clear this off right now. We're going to see whether we are or are not right about that, and I'll take a look and find out. So we go here, here, here. All these come down over there. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Just a bit messy, but fortunately it's all timestamped, so you can skip or not. And we go to 20 over here. Hopefully it's over here. 20. The correct position of the ships in the first row, okay, this is going to just tell me from writing now. The correct position of the ships in the first row is small ships on columns 1 and 6 over here. So small ships on column 1 and 6. Third row, medium ships on columns 1 and 2. Medium ships on columns on the third row. Huh. Did I mess up? No. Fifth row, small ship on column 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got that right. Seventh row, big ships on columns 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5, 6. That's right. Sixth column, medium ships on rows 4 and 5. Sixth column, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Medium ships on rows 4 and 5. We got that. The third row says medium ships on columns 1 and 2. We did it. Okay, perfect. We got it. A hero gains 1 cube for each ship correctly spotted. Go to 10. So we got 6 ships spotted, which means we have 6 cubes to go ahead and distribute, which is awesome because we're going to go ahead and pump 2 over here, 2 over here. That's easy enough to decide. And you know what? Let's go ahead and let's give these guys a boost because they started with cubes. We don't want them to feel penalized for having it all. Excellent. Go to 10. Although now I'm confused because you may use the condition tokens. The thing I'm confused by is over here it says go to 10, and over here it says go to 13. I'm going to go to 10, and hopefully that I'm right. This is a drop confusing over here. At the end of the puzzle, the correct position, it says a hero gains 1, go to 10. And underneath here, it says go to 13. I don't know which one's correct. I'm going to start with a 10 and see what happens. Eventually, enemies either sink or retreat. Does that make sense? Yeah, go for that. Confidently, Sudura points her sword to the skies, and her officers cheer in excitement and relief. The cheers quickly cower under the deafening blast of a war horn. At a distance, ships head south and north, opening a lane for the biggest caravel you have ever seen. That certainly took you a while, says a laughing voice on the other side of his ship's deck. It's General Yzred, walking calmly towards you. Her laughter is muffled by the bizarre shrieks that come from the shadows creature next to her. Meet Boneheart, our mighty undead flagship. And don't count on your lighthouse. It won't stand for much longer. Today, you lose the sea. Do we attack Yzred, or try to negotiate her? Maybe the other ships will react better if we stall for time. That is an interesting question. I think stalling for time. 12. Yzred disdainfully dismisses you and vanishes in front of your eyes. In the middle of a war cry and worship of Gullub, she was just an illusion. Ooh. Now we go into 13. Which, by the way, for the record, that brings us to the 13 over here. Yzred disappears in the middle of a war cry and worship of Gullub. So something was just a little mistaken over there. But in the meantime, 13, we go ahead and we go to, you hear another war horn, just an enormous vortex begins signaling between the Kemet and you, and just a few miles away from the lighthouse. Sarah's ominous wide-eyed stare says it all. Sarah says, all I see are violent waves tossing corpses against rocks. A giant burying people under demolished barricades. Sudura intervenes. Perhaps it's not all a tragedy. The Boneheart is deviating its path because of the Whirlpearl, just a bit away from those jagged rocks. Perhaps a small team can take our stealth boat and steer it away. Sarah says, there are 2 possibilities. You could strike their flagship and destroy it from inside by sailing into some rocks. I can see thousands of undead inside his cargo hold. They can harm the Iron Hand army if not destroyed. Or you can go to protect the lighthouse, our most powerful defense weapon. I sense imminent necrotic energy and the soldiers there will be no match for a monster. If we lose the lighthouse, the Kemet can navigate freely through the Central Sea. If the lighthouse falls, nothing will stop the Kemet from freely navigating to the Central Sea. Do we head to the shore to defend it from whatever might be coming? Or do we try to onboard their flagship and steer it into the rocks? You can think of no better feat than to sink their greatest ship and the army of undead transports. You see, I didn't research their ships, so I'm going to try to defend the lighthouse instead because we're going to remember the choices we make. Go to 14. Sidura hands you a top-secret scroll with instructions about the alignment of mirrors. It seems related to the functioning of the lighthouse's beam for close combat. Hold the lines, she begs with a tone of despair you've never heard from her. You take a stealth boat to the coast where anxious officers shout orders to the soldiers. They are reinforcing and installing barricades between the water and the lighthouse. A roar erupts from the bottom of the sea. You go upstairs. The lighthouse's top room is magnificent strange devices. Near the ceiling where the beams are produced, you see a stone dragon heart. If you fought defensively during the war, meaning you did not try to solve the Battleship Puzzle, we did solve the Battleship Puzzle, which means I guess we didn't. You interpret it? I don't know if we had the opportunity. Either way, if you fought defensively, go to 12. Otherwise, go to 22. Otherwise, go to 23. We go to 23. While studying the device, you spot something strange on the sea. With no time to improve the device, you rush downstairs. You return to the beach just as you hear screams, and officers pointing at the vortex. At first, it looks as if a hill is rising from beneath sea level. The surface of the water seems to stretch upward as if it doesn't want to break, as if it feared allowing that monstrosity, that titan, to manifest. Holy... The water's surface finally collapses and runs through the titan's massive arms and torso, falling as heavily as multiple waterfalls. It is evident that the barricades that the Iron Hand set up won't hold back the onslaught, and most troops need to rush sideways to fight small Kemet boats that are approaching the shore. The undead giant begins its march towards the lighthouse. It has a single thing in its mind: to destroy the building. Go to quest guide and set up quest 28, the lighthouse. 28. Over here, we have the fire pits, we have the lighthouse. This is going to be quest 28, and we'll go ahead and get this set up for you. Now we're going to have an interesting challenge over here because we actually have an armored titan slowly marching towards the lighthouse. I'll also say this is a chance to show off one of our pre-painted miniatures, which I never really get to use, but I finally do now. In fact, I actually pulled out the regular one first, and I was like, I have these, I should probably use them. So the armored titan is going to be marching towards the lighthouse. Our goal is to defeat the armored titan. That's the only thing we need to do, except for one small problem. He has 288 health, and there's currently already 5 other enemies on the board that we have to deal with as well. Not the best. At the end of every single round, the Armor Titan is going to advance 2 towards this wall over here. He's going to deal damage to everyone within 2 of him. Enemies, or meaning ourselves or other enemies as well. So either way, he's just going to be dealing 2 damage across the board to, well, everyone within 2. But he'll also be striking with armor with his Titanic Fury within range 8 against any hero, doing possibly 20 or 25 damage against the various heroes every single strike. So we need to be very mindful of this as we go. Of course, we have the various spikes in play as well. We have all the terrain effects, and so we are ready to go ahead and continue. Now we also have these planar rifts over here. When we stand on one of these, we can spend energy, we spend movement points to move enemies within 4 of us. That will not apply to the boss. He cannot be position changed in any way other than his direct running. And with that, let's go ahead and start off by reading. Oh, what's the extra challenge? Win the quest before event 2 begins? So the events are going to happen as we hit the various barricades. So if we can win the quest before he hits here, then we win the extra challenge, which seems like it might be hard, but hey, let's try this out. In any case, let's go ahead and see what we have over here as far as the quest. We're going to go ahead and read chapter, start event 1, read 28.1. So, if you have Booby Trap, this is the usual starting stuff, but if we have Booby Trap, which we don't, if you have Solved the Rays and Mirrors puzzles, which we didn't, again, those intros have a lot of ways you can go through them. We didn't do that. Kemet and the Third Eye are allies. We do have that. With insider knowledge of the Iron Hand's defensive plans, the Kemet have an advantage of the assault. Place 1 empowered token on each villain. Wait, what? The Kemet have an advantage in the assault. The villains get empowered tokens? That is garbage. I thought we had something good for us. Turns out it's something bad for us. So villains are going to get empowered tokens. We're going to go ahead and put a few of these out over here, dealing with them as we can. What's on the other side of an empowered attack? There, you just need some more of these tokens. Here we go. We have that, and then we need more, 1 more, and then 1 more. There we go. Our villains now have empowered tokens. That was not the best for us. With the widespread toxicity, the Kemet reinforced their army with an enhanced undead. No, we don't have that one. We have the undead plague is contained. Fortunately, there could have been 2 directions. With fewer undead available in their army, the Kemet's ground assault is weakened. Remove the Reaper. That's going to be helpful. Which Reaper? Which Reaper? The blue one. We got to remove the 61B. So this guy is going to be gone. So I'll take the empower tokens with this guy being gone. That feels like a win to me. That feels like a strong win. We're going to go ahead and get rid of 1 enemy because of things we've done previously. With that, we're going to go ahead and begin our quest. We need to have this open the entire time, though, because we do have our boss that's going to be hitting us with his Titanic Fury every single turn. And now we got to go ahead and put down our people onto the board to be able to start things off. Now, we do have a bunch of things ready to go. We do have a bunch of these stats over here. We also have the Lighthouse itself is going to be dealing damage to the enemies. So the Lighthouse has its own beam, where every single time we spend, every single time we do a total charge, which means when a hero charges all 4 of the tokens, they'll do a total charge, unleash their effect over there. But that's also going to accelerate the Lighthouse's charge by 1, and every time it hits 4, it's going to just snap, dealing 30 damage to the Undead Titan, which will be helpful. In general, though, the Undead Titan does resist the first 5 damage each round, which means you kind of want to go hard or skip it entirely. That does not apply to the Lighthouse's charge. To that end, we have a little narrowing path over here. This guy's going to try to head over here. We're trying to head to these over here. That's an interesting thing over there, because I'm realizing now, event 2 happens when the second line of barricades is destroyed. So we'll have to figure that out over here, because the tricky part is, technically, in order to, strictly speaking, advance to the Kemet Hunt, we both have to accomplish the extra challenge and get the chest that's over here. I wonder if that's a mistake. I'm realizing now that might be a mistake. Can I move past the barricades otherwise? Barricades don't block vision. You can attack through them, but you can't... You attack through them. Yeah, I don't know. What I'm going to say, I'm going to house rule for the sake of being able to do this, that you don't have to get the second first aid in order to accomplish this challenge. That's an opinion I have. I think. Yeah, we're going to go with that. We're going to go with that because I think that's the only way that makes sense, but I'll look that stuff up later. As usual, if you do catch any mistakes as I go through this, I welcome all feedback, advice, opinions. My goal is to try to play through the game and not check every single thing every single time. I usually do miss some things here and there. Lots of stuff to keep track of, especially when playing 4 full heroes as you go through the game. But with that, let's go ahead and start this off. So, we go ahead and take our first turn. We have 4 enemies now instead of the extra one. The hero over here, he is going to be, not the hero, the undead boss is going to be a bit of a pain. We'll have to figure out how to deal with him. But in the meantime, we got these other people to deal with, so let's see what we can do. This is the starting part where we have a lot of these abilities over here ready to go. Oh, we do have over here, Rurik the Warrior is going to be moving 6 and dealing 7 damage to a villain within one of you. So who's the weakest villain currently on the board? We currently have the Berserker is currently the weakest, so I could just try to deal with him right away. He'll target the hero with the most HP, which is currently him. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. Is that worth it? Who's the other person? The Reaper Guardian is going to target the hero. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to move up to 7. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go over here, over there, to be able to attack the Berserker Violent. No, just dealing 7 damage. We're dealing 7 damage to the Violent Berserker, bringing him down from 50 down to 43. That's not even the start of the game. That's just us prepping for, honestly, the movement being what the movement is. Maybe I should go over here, because I think that makes more sense. We're going to go over here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we'd have to take damage from him. I don't believe we do, because it's not regular movement. I think you only take the damage if it's a regular movement as opposed to forced movement. So we're not going to take the damage from walking past him. We'll put this back up over here, and we'll take this guy down to 53. And that way we start off, and now he's in a poor position that he's going to have to take spike damage when he does what he wants to do. So, to that end, we're going to go ahead and have our other people go ahead and do their first things. We do want to ensure that people are... well, dying, effectively. Effectively dying is what we want over here. So let's go ahead and deal with Retribution the Bruiser. At the start of your turn, it's at least 1 enemy within 2 of you. Then pay 3 HP to heal 7 an ally. Not really relevant. We do have a lot of spells over here, so we need to figure out how to most effectively deal with this. We could do that over there. That's not, I think, the right move at the right time yet. We do have permanent effects. Choose an ally within 5 squares. While you're alive, this ally is toughened and blessed. That seems reasonable. Let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to go ahead and do the following. We're going to use Celestial Armor. Oh, that would make sense. That would make sense. I like this. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and do Celestial Armor over here. We're going to move our character. He's going to go 1, 2. I think I have to take spike damage or retribution damage. Unless, no, I'm going to take spike damage. I will walk across the spikes taking the 4 damage. So we're going to go ahead and drop ourselves down from 61 to 57. And they're going to pop over here because I want to specifically attack him, because then he'll run over here to attack him, which is excellent. So we're going to go ahead and apply celestial damage against this guy over here. We're going to grab our die. We're going to roll it, and we got a 11. 11 against a defense of, what is the defense? Defense is 6. We are good to go. That's going to be 11 damage to, not 11. It's going to be a hit, so 20 damage against him. So we're going to do 20 damage against this guy. Why am I blanking on what I'm doing? His 50 is going to drop down to, is he the right guy? Yeah, over here, 50 down to 30. So he's closer to dead, but not quite dead. Permanent, choose an ally within 5 squares of you. While you are alive, this ally is toughened and blessed. Both effects apply every single turn. We're going to apply this to Rurik over here. So Rurik is going to constantly be toughened and blessed every single turn, which should help him out quite a bit in his journeys. To that end, the other person is now going to activate. It's now the enemy's turn. Is there anything else we can do that is going to help us out? We could do that. 1, 2. He's going to take at least 7 damage, or he's going to take 8 reaction damage, plus possibly spikes. I don't think so. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we could pull. No, we can't do him. Anything else we could do on an ally's turn? Pull 4. No, that won't work either. I could do that. I could do that, but none of those are helpful. Reroll twice. I think we're just going to have to go ahead to the enemy's turn, but I kind of want to do... Basic attack would be 7. I don't know if there's enough ways to actually properly hurt him. You know what I'm going to start with? I'm going to go ahead and start with... I could do +1 to the roll over here. Forfeit X movement points to heal X and deal X damage. That's cool, but I'm not going to use that right now, unfortunately. So we're not going to use our actual effects there. Is there anything else we can do? We can run to an enemy. We can have the Tactician run to an enemy, deal 7 damage, and move it 2. That's fine. I just don't know if it's necessarily the best thing to do right now, because he can't move it into the spikes, so it won't make a difference there. We are trying to get him to go here to this enemy here. So what if we had gone... I don't see a strong way for this to have worked. What I could do... No, I don't see it. I'm not seeing a strong way to make him take more damage. I could deal 7 damage to him, but 7 damage plus 8... Plus 7 damage plus 8 damage would be 15, plus his 8 reaction damage would be 23, which is still not enough to take him down, so I think we are going to take the hit. So that's fine, we'll take the hit. We're not going to overly push ourselves if we're anyways taking the hit. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and deal with this. So he's going to go ahead and run to this enemy here. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. He's going to take the 8 reaction damage from him, so he's going to go down from 22 over here, which is where I'm realizing my board is a little too cluttered already. I did have 5 cards to be fair, so I was trying to make it all work. We're going to drop down over here. We're going to have 22 being the target number over here. And then we're going to go ahead and continue this process with him striking. No other heroes within 1 of the target. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. We don't want this at all. We don't want this at all. We're going to have to see what we can do over here. So we're going to go ahead and roll against, the enemy is going to roll against our defense of 8 over here. We are toughened and blessed though, so that's going to help us out a little bit. So let's go ahead and roll and see what we got. A 3, which is perfect. That means he will not be doing any negative effects against us. He is going to go ahead and lose his empowered, dealing his 8 damage plus 3 is 11 damage against ourselves. We did not start with shield. We are toughened, so we reduced that 3. We are also blessed, but that won't help us right now. We are taking 8 damage as Rurik, the person who has the most health, or at least the person who did have the most health up until a second ago. That means as well we need to start using our Qs to track it, but this Berserker over here has gone. He's done his turn. He does not do his isolation effect over there, so everything is all good. We do need to go ahead and place a marker on. We need to use all these markers here. My bags and my books are falling off. We've done Retribution over there. We could do Circle of Protection against another character. What are the options we have in front of us? We could have that person run to an enemy, deal 7 damage, and move it 2. That's not the worst overall, because we want to get these people. That one's going to attack the hero with the most cubes, which is fine-ish, I guess. If we do that, how is this going to work? We can run to an enemy, move it 2. I think that would work-ish. 1, 2. Is that how I can do this? I'm trying to think through how I can tactically maneuver this board over here to be useful to myself. But I think I need to move it more than 2. Can I move it more than 2? Let's look at our green cards over here, because I think if I have green cards that can do a bit more moving. Hero feels 2, an ally moves 3, heal 10. That's not going to help right now. So how do I navigate this? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have... I think this is the way it has to be. We can pull enemies. Pull 6 an enemy. It takes 10 damage. I could do that. That works too. Okay, let's see how this plays out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and have our green character activate. Now, because our green character is activating, I'm going to start by using some abilities here. So I'm going to activate this character over here to run to an enemy, deal 7 damage, and move it 2. So we're going to go ahead and run to this enemy over here. We're going to deal 7 damage to it and go 1, 2, pushing it over here. Okay, so this guy's now over here next to him. We're not actually attacking him. We're just dealing 7 damage to the green hexagon, which is over here. Bringing him down to 43 and pushing him onto spikes for another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 damage over there. So, and spikes are 4 damage. Let me just double check that. I do this so often, but Spikes are going to be, I believe, for 4 damage if you enter or finish your turn on it. That's going to be the first thing we've done. We spent 2 cubes over here doing that. Then we can go ahead and mess with some of these people over here, because I think I want to pull people in a way that's slightly obnoxious to create a situation of just pure justice and fun over here. So to that end, what I'm going to do, do we have a, that could be fun. That could be fun. I like this card over here. Then I would need to pull that person over there and leave that person alone, maybe? I guess I don't love it, but I guess it works. Do we have a pull 1? After all, pull 6 an enemy, it takes 10 damage. So what we're going to do over here is we're going to go ahead and activate this person, doing these, pay 4 HP. He's going to drop down to 53 over here. Then he's going to pull 6 an enemy, it takes 10 damage. So we're going to pull you, going 1, 2, 3. So he's entered spikes over here, so that's going to be 4 damage to him. And then he's going to take additional 10 damage. He's taking 14 damage from his health over here, 70, down to 56. Okay, so all things are going great over here. That's all stuff being done on the off turn, on the ally's turn. We also have the ability to use you, but I don't think we need to over here. So that's going to be fine over there. We can heal a hero, charge a skill token. That's all fine. I think right now green is the hero with the most tokens over there. So I think what we're going to try to do right now is we're going to go ahead and have our green person over here. He's going to go ahead and target. Now he has no enemies within 3 of him, and he hasn't moved, which means he will be able to do an attack that is +3 to his rolls. And we're going to be attacking Holy Blast. I think Holy Blast is the way I want to go here. Yeah, Holy Blast over here. All enemies in a 3x3 area, which is that grid. So we're attacking all the enemies right now. Unfortunately, we can't target him too, not unless we position the enemies, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and roll against them. We're going to start with this Reaper because we're hoping that he'll attack back first. So we're going to go ahead and attack his defensive 7. We have a +3, so we just need a 4 over there. That is beautiful over there. So we're going to go ahead, and that's because we are further away, and he's not with no enemies within 3 on a ranged attack where you didn't move. So that's going to be 7 damage per hit plus effect. We'll deal with the effect last. So we'll start with the fact that we're doing 7 damage per hit. That's going to be 7 damage against the circle red base over here. So bringing us from 53 down to 44 over here. I just can't see the numbers, unfortunately. 46, I don't know why I said that. 46 is the amount of damage. Okay. And I think this is over here. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, so we're going to attack this person next, but this person will be reacting against us. He's going to be the enemy that reacts this turn. We're going to do the next one. That's going to be another one of these people over here. He's doing 7 defense. What do we get? We got a 9. That's going to be another 7 damage against the circle over here. 56 down to 49. Then we're going to go ahead and continue that to the next person, which is going to be this guy. He's going to have a defense of 6 over here, so which means we need a 3. We got a 13. We are good to go. He's the red base down here. So he's going to go 22 down to 15. And then we're going to go ahead on this person over here. He's got a defense of 6 over here. We got a 20. Beautiful. That's going to be a natural 20. That's going to be 5 plus our 7. Brings us to, why can't I remember any words at all? 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 damage against this guy who is the hexagonal green base. So 12 damage against him, bringing him from 39 down to 37, down to 27. That's going to be a fairly effective attack over here. We also have a hero heals 3 per enemy hit this attack. So we're going to go ahead, how do we want to play this? I guess we'll heal him. So he's going to heal 3, so he's going to go from 54 up 12, so we're going to go to 66, bringing him back as the hero with the most HP. Now we need to go ahead and flip this attack over here, but more importantly, we need to go ahead and look at our ability. If an ally is within 3 of us, 1, 2, 3, there's not. So we can't move 3 the target or heal 3 an ally. So we didn't get everything done, but we got most enough of it done over there. That's going to be that, which means it's now time for the enemy to react. That enemy has currently more health than I would like. And he is attacking. Do we want to do anything else as far as we could heal some heroes, we can pay HP, we can hurt people, we can attack people. We really want to go ahead and attack people. That's the drill over here. We are running out of various effects though that we can do. Because our hero can pull people, but it won't necessarily help us. We have the enemies centrally located around us, which is a good thing. Which means the enemy, this guy's going to go ahead and move 1, 2, okay? And that means he's going to target all of these people over here, which is good. So we want to go ahead and try to take advantage of that as much as possible. We'll also get more cubes, by the way. If his pulse kills the enemies, we'll get more cubes off of that. But in order to keep that, we need to kind of ensure that the enemies over here are not... Oh, I could do that. That's fun. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's so much fun. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, blast. I should look up blast over here. I look up the range of blast, basically. Blast, do we have it listed over here? Blast. If not, it's going to be listed, well, somewhere else. Let's find where blast is, because I just need to look up the range. I think blast is within 3, but I need to find out. Blast is page 78, and it's going to be with enemies within range 1. Okay, fine. So within range 1, we can still work with that. I think it's still worth doing the way I want to do it. Anyways, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead. We have to be mindful of this guy over here with this base. We need to bring him down by 5. So can we bring him down by 5 is the question. Because I really want to deal 5 more damage to him. Not a ton, just, 5 more damage. Nothing crazy. Or what's his effect over here? Because I could do that. Move through the target, then blast 7. Can we pull him in any way? Move for the target. The problem is pulling him. Move to an ally and an enemy. So that could be done like so. Okay. So we're currently on... I already did an effect, so I can't do it now, so I'll have to do another turn. We should put an effect, by the way, over here on him to represent that. Also, did we actually play? Yeah, we played Celestial Armor. So right now, the enemy is going to activate. We're not doing any other effects. I think we're good for right now. We might want to heal 4. Ichiro, no. Heal 5. Pay 5 HP. We're going to go ahead and heal 3 a hero. So we're going to go ahead and play this over here to heal 3 a hero. And we're going to heal this guy. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll leave the next one for a second. So... this guy is finally going to attack this guy. We have to do a bunch of things to make sure that all made sense. He's going to go ahead and roll, which means he's going to try to push the target, pull another hero closest and within 8. I don't know exactly how that works when this... We'll play it out. So we're going to go ahead and roll against our defense of 8 right now. So we're rolling. Let's move this out of the way. Defense of 8. We do 13, so he is going to deal damage to him. That's this guy over here. He's going to deal 17 damage to Rurik. 17 damage negated by shielded 4, so we're going to only take, and toughen 3. So we're going to reduce that damage by 7 effectively. Shielded over here, let me just double check that I'm doing this correctly. Because shielded is take now X damage, toughened is negative X damage. Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, basically the same thing to an extent, some small differences. So we're reducing it by 7, which means we're taking 10 damage, dropping you from 66 down to 56 over here. So you're over there, Rurik. And then in the meantime, I think that's all. Then we go ahead, no other heroes within one on the target, run to another hero, the closest to us, and deal 5 damage. Ooh, that's interesting. So we're going to have you run like so, 1, 2, and because he's moving away, he's going to take residual damage from here. So you're going to take 6 reaction damage, and then go over here, which means he's also going to step on the spikes and deal with that. And that doesn't actually bother me that much. I think it's all fine. It means we have to do some more repositioning, but it's going to step on spikes, means he'll take 4 more damage over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, down to 42, and also the 6 reaction damage. So he's going to go down to 42, down to... Actually, I don't imagine he does take reaction damage. I think if you're running away from it, it would not take the reaction damage. I don't believe so. I'm pretty sure I'm right with that. So... then he's going to go ahead and pull 3 another hero closest and within 3. So I guess technically he should have actually pulled you, pull 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's not great. And then go over here. So actually, technically, I believe if I'm doing this correctly, he's actually not going to take the 4 damage. He'll take the 4 damage instead. So we're going to drop you, 61, down to 57, and you back up by 4 to 46 again. Okay, cool. So I think that's another enemy activated. So we have the warrior has gone. Oh, and then plus 3 damage against the hero because he is empowered. So we can reduce Rurik by 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, things are looking honestly good. I'm still happy with how things are going overall. We just need to be mindful of all our characters over here. Fortunately, the 2 characters that haven't activated are those 2 characters. So how do I want to play this right now? It's an ally's turn. I'm going to move to an enemy. Well, I could go there. So how do these work again? The barrier situation is going to be spend 1 movement point to move a combatant within 4 of you. So I think Rurik's gonna have to take a little bit of damage to kind of just situate everyone so that they're hurting as much as possible. So to that end, we're gonna go ahead and move you there, I think this should give us some sense of control. So Rurik's going to go ahead and take his turn. He's going to go 1, 2. Well, let's leave things as is for a second. We can move to an enemy. We're going to go ahead and do that, I think. Oh, I don't even need to. So what we're going to do is we're going to have you, Rurik, go 1, 2, okay? You have 6 movement points. You have 4 more movement points to move things around how we want. To that end, we're going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3 movement points to be able to bring you over there, dealing 4 damage to you by your base, down to 11. That's going to be that. So you're down to 11 over here. Can we bring anyone else like badly down is the question I have, because I want to like make these people suffer, which is a whole different conversation. We can get into all that stuff, but anything else I can do to reduce opponents down? This guy over here is down to 27, so we probably should attack him. So we have 2 more movement points. I'll bring you over here, like so, and that will bring you close enough that I can go ahead and hurt you effectively, which is exactly what I want to do. I want to cause pain and suffering to these minions of evil or something along those lines. I don't know. Anyways, so we're going to go ahead and attack the warrior guardian, seeing if we can take him out. So to that end, we're going to go ahead and look at our most powerful cards, trying to get a shield down, because right now Rurik's also the one with the most cubes, which means he's continuously going to be the one attacked, which is exactly how I want it. So we're going to go ahead and look at our ultimates over here, because shielded or protected. Protected once per turn, or you are shielded 6. Protected is, I think, gives us +3 defense. We have 2 pretty fun things. These are both good effects. Why do I not realize? Oh, he's new to me. He's new to me. Protected is going to be +3 defense, which means it's just more likely that an enemy will miss, which I do like over here. I do like that. So let's go ahead and do protected 3. So we're going to go ahead and play this over here. So we're going to play Epic Shield as our attack over here. It's going to go on Rurik, so he's going to have a bunch of effects right now. He's going to be protected and toughened and blessed and all these things. And because he's blessed, we can go ahead and roll a die, hoping to get a better result against the enemy. Roll twice and apply it. Well, apply the best result. So we're going to be rolling against a defense of, he's the scythe person, defense of 6 over there, and we're going to go ahead and attack. Let's see what we get. We got a 10, which is fine, and then we got a 15, which is not a 20, but hey, you can't all get what you want. That's going to be 20 damage against him. That's going to bring him down from 27 down to 7, where I specifically don't want to kill him at this point, because if I kill him, then the enemy won't kill him, and I want the enemy to kill him. It'll make sense. It'll all make sense soon. You'll see why. But basically, oh my gosh, that's going to be a slaughterhouse. Maybe I'll kill him. We'll see. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and deal with that person. I think next turn is going to be the enemy. We're just going to smash down the boss next turn. This turn we're just going to kind of deal with the entire horde, and next turn we're just going to destroy the boss. But that was 20 damage against him. We are toughened, we are blessed, and we could apply more damage. We could go ahead and apply our sword to deal 5 more damage, and then have an enemy just ping him and auto kill, which might be fine. But I don't think we need to, honestly. The 5 more damage might be enough to bring him down. He's currently at 7. No, he's going to die from that. So I think we're fine. We're not going to do anything extra at all. We're going to leave it alone. We're going to let him respond. So he's going to be rolling against us. So over here we have a defense of 8. We have protected, which means +3. So if he rolls he has to roll at least an 11, which is not bad. We're going to go ahead and roll, and we got a 2 over here. A 2, which is good. We can work with that. That's going to be, so he's going to reduce his empower token. He's going to do 13 damage against us. Still residual, and we are protected though. We're protected and shielded, so that 13 damage is going to be reduced by 7. We're going to take 6 damage in Rurik. Rurik's soaking up a lot, but he is the tank, and he got attacked, by the way, because he has the most cubes on him. Because, yeah, it's going to be Ty over there. It's going to be the most cubes. We're going to go ahead and deal 653 down to 47 over here. That's going to be Rurik. I did possibly want to spend a cube over here. I think we can go ahead and do that. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and do a full total charge. We're going to spend both of these to heal 4 each hero. So each hero is going to go up 4 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to do total charge, uncharge your 4 tokens, heal 9 a hero. We're going to heal Rurik up to 60, so we can continuously be... Oh no, that's not... We didn't do total charge. I don't know why I thought that. You have to actually get all your abilities. I don't know why I thought that would be total charge. My bad. I was thinking if you spend all your tokens, which is not at all how it works. Anyways, with that slight misstep aside, we've activated another enemy right now. So all 4 enemies have activated? No, we still have 1 to go who will hopefully die. Hopefully die a horrible death. Because we have 2 people who are in the range of destruction. That person is going to activate doing that, which is fine. Let's play this out. So, right now we have 1 character left. We are going to go ahead and activate, Kakaru the Samurai, and allies within 1 of you on the first hit of your turn. Oh, that's not something that's actually happening right now. Give me a second to remedy that. Remedy that. We're going to go ahead and, I guess we'll do this. We're going to spend this over here on the ally's turn. So on his turn, before we'll go ahead and move them 1, 2 over here, like so. Which means this person would have had to go, oh, this person could still hit over there, which is fine. That works. So he just walked around like so by activating this ability. That's important because of what I'm trying to do right now. So we just retroactively slightly adjusted that. But now, he's going to go ahead and go, and he's going to go ahead and hit him with an ally within 1 of the target. Oh, honestly, I didn't need to do that. The ally is within 1 of the target. I take it all back. I'm doing just fine. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and hit this guy. So this guy right now is going to be hit with an attack. And let's see what attack we can do that is the most devastating. We could do 10,000 swords, but I don't think that's actually helpful right now. You can't use your passive power on your first hit of your turn. A combatant within 8 squares of you takes 4 damage or regains 4 HP. Now, that's not the worst because of the fact that our passive power, what happens first? I assume, I don't know for sure here. I'm assuming that Dragon Spirit is you're going to go ahead and resolve this first before you resolve Dragon Spirit, but I could be wrong. But again, I'm going to play it to the best of my knowledge as far as I go. But I don't think Dragon Spirit's the worst, because right now, my main power is useful against the Horde, but not useful against the boss. So I think I'm going to do Dragon Spirit, which is going to invalidate my passive power going forward. But this way we could do 25 damage against this enemy, and we're going to be moving 3 and blasting, which means we're popping all 3 people for 7 on the first hit of the turn. We do need to actually hit, which is an important caveat. But hey, I'm confident we can do this. We haven't missed. Have we missed yet? We have not missed yet. We're going to go ahead and take our die over here. We are trying to do against a defense of 7. I think. So let's just make sure we get that over here. We got an 11, which is great. That's all we need. That means we're doing 25 damage against the person with the circular green base, which is over here. So 49 minus 25, was it? 25. So that can bring us to 24 over here. So 24, and we're going to blast 7, which means he's going to die, which we'll deal with the results in a second. We'll remove him from the game state as of right now. But then these two are going to take more damage as well. So 7 damage bringing down to 4, which is important. And you at, what are you at? 46 down to 39. So that's currently the state over there. Everyone is having a bad day right now. And this guy, I want to do more about that guy right now. So let's see if we can do that right now. We could go ahead and, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure this all out. He's going to attack him. That's all good. Oh, I could do that, which is not the worst, honestly. I could force that game state, which would do that. Move 2. That's on the enemy's turn, so I can't do that. I can't do that. Before move 2 an enemy, you move 2. Okay, I could do that. 1, 2. Yeah, I guess I could do that. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do right now, I think, that would deal 4 plus 7, which is 11, which would bring you down from 24 to 13, which is not enough, and you need that. Let's do this. So everyone's going to go ahead and get a cube because an enemy died. So we're going to pop this, pop this, pop this, and pop this, okay? Now this is where we're going to see what we can do as far as just, doing stuff right now. Right about now, because it's currently his turn, we can also do heal Ada Hero. You charge a skill token. Ooh, that's fun over here. I like this. So we're going to go ahead and heal Ada Hero, spending 2 cubes over here. Oh, he'll have to spend a cube as well, which I don't love, unless we slightly change how we do this, which is fine. There's room for that. We can possibly see how this goes. No, it's an enemy's turn. We have to move 2. Now we're going to go ahead and put these back over here. We have 2 tokens here. Let's go ahead and spend 1 token. I'm going to spend 1 token to move 2 an enemy. You move 2. So I'm going to go 1, 2, pushing him on and off, which does 4 damage to him, bringing it down to 20. And then we're going to move 2 ourselves down over here, trying to step out of the way as far as possible, which won't actually stop us from dealing damage. But hey, we'll do what we can over here. Meanwhile, is going to be your turn, so it can't be an ally's turn. We could do that, which is fine, I guess. I guess we're probably going to want to, by the way. Over here, it's an ally's turn. We can pull 6 an enemy, which doesn't actually help us at all, unfortunately. This guy's currently going to die. This guy we can make die. This guy's going to spend his on the enemy's turn. Let's move to the enemy's turn now. Pay 5 HP of green. So we're going to go ahead down from 64 down to 59. Heal 4 an ally and deal 4 damage to enemy. We're going to deal 4 damage to him, which brings him down from 20 to 16. And then also heal 4 an ally. Let's heal you again because you're continuously going to take the brunt of your attacks over here. And then we have this guy over here who's going to go ahead and deal with... Oh, I don't know if I want to do that at all. That's the enemy's turn. We could... There's ways to make this worthwhile, but we'll have to figure this out. An enemy takes 8 damage or 14 damage of result reaction damage. We'll figure this out. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is the following. Now it's the enemy's turn, right? We just did that. And because the enemy's turn, we're going to go ahead and continue to pay 7 HP over here. Oh, that's the interesting part. So we're going to do that. Okay, fine. We're going to pay 7 HP over here. So he's going to flip this down over here. 7 HP is triggered. So this guy is going to drop down from 61 to 54. And then we're going to have 2 heroes gain 2 each. So we're going to have you gain 2 because you have nothing. And you gain 2 because why not? Actually, we'll have you gain 2 because you're going to spend 1 in a second. Then on the enemy's turn, so he's currently there. We brought him down. We need to bring him down. 16. He's going to react in a second. Let's go ahead and have him react right now. So he's going to step away from here to be able to attack him because the hero with the most cubes. I guess we'll do that after he does the targeting, which makes sense. So we're going to go ahead and have him attack him, which is going to bring him down to He's going to step towards him, which means he takes the 7 reaction damage, bringing him down to 9, which is an important number in this schematic over here. And he's going to attack him using his ability of, he's again defending against, he's protected, so all things are good in that sense. So it's going to be the same 11 he used to roll, but we are rolling with empowered. Let's go ahead and see how this plays out over here. We got a 12, so he is going to hit this time. So it's a full hit. That's going to be 12. So it's 10 damage plus effect. Heal 6 the damage enemy with the lowest HP. No, things were going so well for us. It's okay. Not everything's going to be perfect. So 10 damage. Heal 6. Actually, it doesn't matter at all. It brings you to 10, which is actually totally fine. Never mind. Heal 6 the damage enemy with the lowest HP. Bringing him 10. Doesn't change a thing. 10 damage against Rurik over here, but reduced by 6, I believe. So we're going to go ahead and have reduced by 6. So we're going to go ahead and 55 down to 51, basically just 4 damage. That's all it is. He is empowered, so plus 3, 1, 2, 3, like so. And then this hero moved 2 or less and didn't sidestep, run to another hero and deal 5 damage. That's fine. So we're going to go ahead and have him run to another hero, whether he can avoid that, go over there and deal 5 damage to this guy. That's going to be 5 damage, 54 down to 49. Lots of things are happening, but we have a lot of battlefield control right now. Then from there, that was that. We still need to resolve some of the other things we want. So right now we're going to go ahead. We're trying to bring down that guy by more, which is a little bit of a problem. We're going to spend a token over here to pay 4 HP and make an 8 basic attack, 8 range basic attack against him. By the way, this is done over here. The empowered is gone. And we're attacking this guy over here to see what we can do to be able to just, have things bad happen to them. So we're going to go ahead and spend that. And that's because we're going to get a bunch of cubes back in a second. We're going to pay our 4 HP, bringing it down from 60 down to 56 over here. Make an 8 range basic attack, so that's going to be a fairly basic hit. He's got a defense of 6. We get +1 to basic attacks, so we just need to roll a 5, which we got a 20. Beautiful. That's going to be our 8 damage basic attack plus 5 for the crit. So we're going to do 13 damage against this guy, bringing him from 39 down to 26, which is a good position. Now, I wish there was more I could do right now. I do, but I don't think so. I've already activated an ability on each of the people's turns. I've done that over there. I could run 5 to the target. That's not going to help. So I think I've done everything I can do as far as you can only activate 1 ability on 1 ally's turn and 1 ability on 1 enemy's turn per character. So you can't activate multiple abilities. So I think we are fairly exhaustive as far as what we've done, but we have done a lot. And so all our heroes have now activated. We've done the whole shebang, which means it's time to go ahead and deal with the boss taking his turn effectively. So the boss right now is going to go ahead and move and perform Titanic Strike. It is the end of round. The boss runs 2, going 1, 2, stepping forward. So 1, 2, like so. Now the boss is going to push enemy. Combatants are going to move to the closest free square, which I think pushes this guy over here like so. Not that matters because he's going to die. Then he's going to deal 10 damage to all heroes and within 2. So he's going to deal 10 damage to everyone, and it's going to, any villains it kills, we gain 2 cubes for, and it's going to kill 2 of these, because these 2 are both going to die over here, which means all heroes are going to get 4 cubes, and some of us can't even hold 4 cubes, so 4, and we got all the way to max, all the way to max, and all the way to max. So that's what we got as far as those go, which means we did good. But then we still have stuff to manage over here because we're not done yet. That's just the first of so many things that we have to take care of. And then the boss is going to deal 10 damage to ourselves as well. So we are going to have you going down from 48 to 38. All things that I'm doing do come at the price point of my actual health and well-being. Where is my orange token? Why do I not see my orange token? This does not bode well. Did I remove my orange token from the board? Did I never put an orange token to play? These are all good questions that I'm asking myself right about now. Give me a second to figure this out over here. There it is. I slid off the edge over there. 39. I just couldn't see it over there. So 49 down to 39. And then we are good to go on that. And then the hero, if there's a valid target in range, the hero is going to make the Titanic Fury attack. It's going to target the furthest hero that he can reach, which I believe is going to be our Guardian over here, down over there. He's going to do Titanic Fury. He's going to be rolling against him over here. I could make myself the attack, I guess, but I don't know if I care enough. Let's go ahead and have him take the hit. So we're going to roll the enemy die against a defense of 7. Let's hope we miss over here. We got a 18. That's far, far, far from a miss. Every turn to ignore the first 5 points of damage. Okay, Titanic Fury. It's going to be 20. This hits the hero with the most... Wait, what? This enemy hits the hero with the most cubes. Special passive. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, if the person who he's targeting is also the person with the most cubes, which I guess, does most cubes count as a tie? I'm going to be mean to myself and say that most cubes counts as a tie. So that's going to be 25 damage. That is not the best amount of damage to take. But 25 damage is going to bring you down from 56 down to 25 plus 6 is 31. 31 is what we're up to over there, which means things are going okay. Things are going okay. Remember, the boss has 288 damage to power through. I'm so optimistic. So optimistic. Let's do this. Okay. The boss has done his thing. We're back up to the next round. We're going to go ahead and replenish all these enemies, of which there's only one enemy actually left in play. The guy with the sword. How is he the one left in play? I did it wrong. This guy is in play over here. This guy is off the board. I took the wrong one off. I was like, I don't think that makes sense at all. Like, that guy was not. He's dead. He was dead early on. All right, we got this in play. We got these enemies out of the sequence, and now it's time to deal with our one remaining warrior and, of course, the boss, who's going to ignore the first 5 points of damage he takes every turn. But the good news is this turn we should be able to also deal the Lighthouse to deal 30 damage, which feels like an inconsequential, useless number every single time we do it. I think every time we total charge, we increase the XP counter, which means it takes 4 total charges. Wow. It takes 4 total charges. That is brutal. Whatever. Let's do this. Okay. It's a lot of stuff going on. So, what do we want to do right now? This turn, we want to attack the boss like there's no tomorrow. So, we're going to go ahead and attack the boss and deal what we need to do against the boss. So, let's figure out what the most brutal, destructive, powerful things we can do in this game are. Starting off with Rurik over here, because why not? Rurik's going to go ahead and use his Iron Wall effect. You are shielded 6. May as well. Why not? So, we're going to go ahead and have this happen. So, he's going to be there, which is fine. He's targeting here with the most HP, which is going to be that person. So I think this is fine. We're going to go ahead and do the following. We're going to move onto the board. 1, 2. We can have 4 movement points to spend. We're going to have this guy go 1, 2, 3 over here, which is going to take him down by another 4 damage, from 26 down to 22. Then we're going to Iron Wall against this guy over here. And that's going to be a permanent... Oh, this is not permanent. This is not permanent. Iron Wall is not permanent. I'm realizing this now. Hindsight. Hindsight. We're not going to Iron Wall. Never mind. We may still do the movement, so let's hold off on that, because we can have the movement too either way. Enemies take +3 damage when they hit with attack with mob or focus. That seems good. That seems good. We're going to go ahead and place Gorilla Instance over here. So Gorilla Instance is going to make it so that he takes +3 damage whenever you're hit by an attack with mob or focus. And we have a lot of mob going on right now, so that gives plus extra attack against him. So we're going to go ahead and attack him over here with 15 damage against him. We're going to go ahead and start the process of slowly beating him down. He has a defense, by the way, of 8. So we're hoping to roll that. We are blessed though. What was that roll? That is an 8. Beautiful. We hit already. And then we got an 11, so we hit more, but does not matter. We're going to do 15 damage against the boss, negated by 5. So we're going to drop him by 10. So he drops down to 68, which means he loses his first of many, many tokens in the game. Now, he is a boss, so I have to double check this. I'm not going to do it for the first one. I believe whenever a boss crosses the track, you all get a cube. I'm not going to do it for right now because I'm not sure if you do it for the first one. If he has 288, is it meant to be for the first one? Note that I just don't want to check that up. It's possible I would get a cube right now. If I did, it would only be 1 cube anyway. So there is that. Although I could, of course, activate spells to change that order. But then we have enemies take 3 damage whenever they are hit by an attack with mob or focus once per turn. So this card's going to be in play for right now. So lots of powerful things happening. We got it. He activated. Should he use a sword? Yes, of course you should use a sword. We're going to go ahead and ding the enemy by another 5, so bringing him down to 63. We're doing great. Then from there, we're going to go ahead and have various enemies, various allies take their turn. Was he dealt reaction damage? No, he won't ever be dealt reaction damage, but we have to go ahead and activate this. So we're going to go ahead and spend these 2 on an ally's turn to make him take 8 damage. So he's going to go ahead and take 8 more damage, and that brings us 1 step closer to activating all of our lightning charges. This person over here could move an ally and an enemy. We'll go ahead and spend 1 cube to move an ally. We'll go ahead and have you go 1, 2, so we're a little bit more within range, and we'll have you... Oh, can he do it? 1, 2. You know what? We're going to spend you go 1, 2 over here. And then we're going to go ahead and move an enemy, moving him on and off again, giving him another 4 spike damage down to 18. That was that. Did I spend that? Yeah, I just did spend that. Then over here, we're going to spend 2 after roll. A hero rerolls twice and applies the best result. That's great, but I guess I should wait till I miss. So let's go ahead and do our next person over here. We're going to go ahead and do the Rokaru the Samurai. So Rokaru the Samurai is going to activate over here. What's the most damaging thing we can do? We already played a... Did we play an ultimate? Yeah, we did. We played Dragon Spirit. That makes sense. Yeah, I guess so. Okay. We're attacking with mob. Do we add the +3 mob damage? We do not add the +3 mob damage. So we need to go ahead and do that here. 55 down to 52. And then we're going to go ahead and attack again with mob because we can. What's the most damaging thing? You may move the target. No, we can't. Move the target. No, you can't. Target distracted 3. Not really helpful. Ooh, dispel. An ally gains Qs. Yeah, sure, let's do Soul Leak. So we're going to go ahead and do Soul Leak over here, where an ally could move 1. So we're going to benefit. Ally's going to move 1 over here. This spell would have been great last turn in hindsight, but either way, 8 damage. So we're going to do 8 damage against him. We're going to roll with our die of choice. We're rolling against a defensive 8, and we got a 16. That means we're going to do 8 damage plus our 3 for, plus 3 damage there. That means 11 damage, and an ally gains 2 cubes. We'll just go ahead and have you take 2 cubes, because why not? So that's going to be 11 damage against the boss. 52 down to 41. So again, it's going to be a slow track around the board here, but we are going to make some decent progress over here. And that's Soul Leak done. If an ally is with one on the target, move through the target. Nope. You can't use the passive power. On your first hit of the turn, a combatant within 8 squares of you takes 4 damage. So we're going to go ahead and ping you down to 14, because I'm going to try to just kill you incidentally through nothing else. That's what we're going to try to do right now. That's going to be that person done, which means we still have 2 more people. We have our Retribution Bruiser over here. Can he even get closer? Pay 3 HP to heal 7 an ally. That would be useful, but I don't know if we can. It's still an ally's turn. Do we have any ally effects we can do? Oh, we could do that. You know what? So on his turn, what we're going to do is the following. We're going to go ahead and spend 1 to pull 6 an enemy, pulling this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here, and that's going to deal another 4 damage incidentally to him. So he's down to 10 over here, and this is going to reduce total charge. So you're going to uncharge all your tokens, and we're going to heal 9 ourselves. So we're going to find ourselves our token, which is over here, and go to 40, and then he is going to take, not he, it's going to tick to 1, and when it goes down to 4, it's going to ping him for 30 damage. So all things are good in that sense. Meanwhile, we could do this guy, pull 4, no, heal 8 a hero, you charge a skill token. Sure, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to pay this, we're going to heal 8 a hero. We're going to heal ourselves by 8, bringing us from 38 to 46 over here, because we really want to be the most powerful, the highest health person. And then we charge a skill token. So I think we're going to go ahead and charge this skill token, because why not? No, you know what? We're going to charge this skill token, because I think that's not as useful right now, just based on the way the board is. So that could be useful there. I think so. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, so we're going to do that over there, which means it is still on the Bruiser's turn. The Bruiser's going to try to move. Oh, I pulled a person. That seems silly. Now I have to deal with the person. That seems silly. May have messed up a bit. Not the worst, but I don't want to deal with the person. I want to deal with this guy. What can I do with that? What can I do with that? It's currently my turn. Move to an enemy. I could do that. No. 1, 2. I could do that. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that, I guess. Heal 3, run 7. We're going to go ahead and pay this over here. So we're going to pay on an ally's turn. We're going to reactivate this. You have to pay an extra cube. Move to an enemy. You move 2. I don't know if me moving 2 does much for me, but I guess I'll stay out of the way of the boss. So 1, 2, does that do anything for me? I don't think it does, but let's go ahead and do it anyway. We're going to go ahead and move you 2. So 1, 2 over here. That's going to push you away from me and deal 4 more damage to you, bringing you 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go ahead and have you go 1, 2, 3, 4 over here, like so. And then that's going to give you the ability to, again, ping you with whatever the most deadly attack is you have in your hand. So what's the most deadly attack I have? That one won't help. You swap places with a combatant. That could help, but not really. You make a basic attack against another enemy. Oh, that's useful-ish, but I need more space over there. Whenever an ally hits a strike, it deals +3 damage. That would have been useful. That would have been very useful. Whenever an ally hits a strike, it deals +3 damage. Let's do this one. We're going to do Aura of Destruction, which is going to go into play into another card over here. It's going to help us out. We're going to roll against him over here, which means we are rolling against a defensive 8, and we are rolling a 5, which is beautiful. Do you know why it's beautiful? Because first of all, we have Mob and Focus, and since we have Mob and Focus, that means that it's actually an 8, which means it actually lands. There's actually a different reason. I was going to go ahead and use this ability, but I realized that I don't need to, so we're just going to go ahead with Mob and Focus. We have +3 damage because of that, and then we have whenever an ally hits a strike, it deals +3 damage. I think it's going to take place going forward, so we're going to go ahead and deal 9 damage, plus our 3 is 12 damage to this boss, bringing him down 41 down to 29 over there, like so. We may as well use one of these over here. +1 roll. Oh no, I don't want to use that yet. Again, I'm intentionally not using that. I always forget to use all my various things, my stuff. But now we have Aura Destruction in play, which is going to help us out for the next ones. But he has gone, unfortunately, so that is done. We still have an enemy to actually deal with, technically speaking, but there's ways we can deal with it. After all, pay 2 HP. Tactician. After roll, pay 2 HP. It deals plus 3 damage. Oh, we're going to do this right now. So we're going to do the following. We're going to play this. After roll, pay 2 HP. So our Tactician goes down by 2, and we're going to go ahead and add 7 damage if it was with mob or focus. So this guy's going down another 7, 29 down to 22. I'm feeling fairly confident about the scenario. This also going to charge all his tokens, which means he's going to go ahead and uncharge your 4 tokens. An ally gains 2. So we're going to give an ally 2. We'll give them to him because he looks like he can use them, and this will tick up slowly 1. I don't think we need this anymore, by the way. So that's all those 3, which means we're down to this person over here to take their turn, because I could do that at any point, which I may have to do at some point, honestly. Do I do it now? You know what? We're going to go ahead and do this because I think I need to. I'm going to go ahead and spend these 2 on his turn to roll twice and see if I get a critical. That's the only reason that I would do it. So did I get a critical? No, I don't. So I go ahead. But this is charged, which means these all uncharge. And then heal 9 an ally. So we're going to heal 9 you because we're starting to take all the damage with you as much as possible. And then we go ahead and advance this by 1. So we've done a few uncharges now. We're doing good. We just need to uncharge our tank, which should be fun enough soon. But anyways, let's go ahead and continue this. It is now our, person's turn. An ally than 3 of you, first of your turn, move through the target, heal 3 an ally. That should be doable. So what I'm going to do... I'm going to go ahead and move over here so that you are within range of 1, 2. Yeah, that way I just want to be close enough that I can hit you, but not actually being within range because he is going to deal 10 damage to everyone as he charges forward. So, like, you know, things are going okay, but not necessarily the best. To that end, we're going to go ahead and his Aura of Distraction. Okay, cool. So we are going to go ahead. Heal 10 a hero for each charge token you have. Oh, that would have been useful. Ish. Alright, we're going to go ahead and do Sacred Purification. So we're going to do Sacred. Do you have any melee attacks? I don't really. So we're going to go do Sacred Purification. And unfortunately, I can't attack with Focus this turn, but I could go ahead and do a strike over here with this. And so what I am going to do is we want to do a bunch of things over here. He needs to do this. You need to do that. It's an enemy's turn. You can pull 6. So you're going to spend this over here on the ally's turn to pull 6. This guy, which is going to pull him over here, which is going to deal another 4 damage to him. So he's going to drop down 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel there's got to be a way to do something more. Or where is he at? He was at 6? He's at 6? I think I might just spend... No, because that's not enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. So instead of pulling this... I'll wait till the end of the round. Yeah, I'll wait till there. Okay, we're gonna wait till there, and we'll just do this over here against them. It'll be easier. It'll make more sense. So let's go ahead and pull back the cube over there. So we're fine. We'll pay it shortly to this. Anyways, that does mean that he's over here, and I think this will be better. We are currently, though, trying to attack with Sacred Purification, which is where we're going to Dispel 3 or an ally moves 3, which actually will help us take things out of range a bit, so some allies will not get hit by 10. So we're going to do Benefit 3, an ally moves 3, 1, 2, 3 over here. Wait, no, he needs to move further. 1, 2, 3, or just 1, 2, that's far enough to take him out of range. Then we're going to go ahead, although, no. Okay, no, yeah, no, I can't do that, never mind. We gotta move 3. So we're going to go move 1, 2, 3, moving here, moving that guy out of range. We're going to go ahead and there's a reason I did that, you'll see shortly. And then we're going to attack him, rolling against him. We are rolling against a defense of 11. We got an 8, which means we finally missed, which does make sense, but that is actually a little annoying. Darn it. I can make my roll a 10, but a 10 is not an 11. Darn it. Okay. We missed 5 residual damage against the boss. So the boss is going to take 5 residual damage. We're going to go ahead and drop down to 17 over here. We're making our rounds around the track, but you know, not everything is amazing. And now it's going to be the end of round where a few things are going to happen. That is disappointing. I was hoping to hit. That is annoying. I mean, I guess this happens when you have a defense of 11. 11's hard to... Was it 11 or was it 8? It was 8. What am I doing? Why am I thinking... Oh, my guy has a defense of 11. I'm good. I hit on the 8. I don't need to do anything. So we're going to go ahead and actually hit. So what was that spell over here? It was 6 damage. So I just deal 1 more damage against the boss. But it's going to be 3 more because of this. So it's 1, 2, 3. And then heal 8 a hero, which is the main reason I did that. So 55 up to 63. We're back in the game, so to speak. Also heal 3 an ally because of the first hit of your turn. So 1, 2, 3. We're doing great on that front. And now the enemies are going to activate. He's going to activate first. This card is gone. I don't know why it's still here. He's going to activate first. But as soon as he does, we're going to activate this guy. Pay 4 HP to make an 8 range basic attack. So we're going to pay 4 HP, dropping down to 40 to 36 over here, and then roll against that guy who has a defense of 7, which means we only need to roll a 6 right now to hit that. So We're going to go ahead, rolling a 6 against that guy. And we got a 17, which is more than enough to go ahead and just completely kill him, which is going to have all of us getting one, no, I don't know why I did that way, this way, one more cube to everyone in the game. Okay, so that's the situation here. We got all that, but on his turn, well, we're going to do the following. So on his turn, he's going to activate his attack over here. So he's going to first of all move forward 2, 1, 2. He's going to deal 2 to everyone within 10 to everyone within range. This means these two are going to get hit. So we're not going to be able to kill any enemies, unfortunately. But at least we avoid the enemy attack. But at the cost of cubes, it still works out. We're going to have him drop down to 66 to 56, and then have this person drop from 37 to 27. So again, things are going good right now. He hasn't stepped on the barrier, which means we have another full turn to go ahead and activate things. But also, we're about to ping him for 30, because what's going to happen right now, do we have any misses? We still didn't have any misses. Okay, cool, because I always forget to take mana when you miss. But right now, we're going to have him, he's going to go ahead and draw his R. So his attack right now is going to attack the furthest enemy, his Titanic Fury, but we're going to go ahead and have it attack him. We're going to run 5 to the target, which means we're going to pay that, which means we do that over here, which means we charge that, which means a few things are happening. So the first thing that happens is, we ran this, we're becoming the target for Titanic Fury. That's the first thing that's happening. That means all of these will uncharge, which means we're going to immediately put this here and drop it down to 0, which is going to kill him, which is going to deal 30 damage to his head. So he's going to drop down from 13 down to 3, down to 63, down to 53, dropping a token along the way. I've been keeping stacks of tokens underneath for his 288 health. We are all going to gain a cube for crossing the track. So cube, 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 and cube, and then we're going to go ahead and heal 9 over here, which is great because you're going to go ahead and heal the 9, 60, 56, back up to 64, no, 65 over here, and then we're going to go ahead and resolve the Titanic Fury, which means we're rolling against a defense of 11. I don't even know if I've been doing the blessed as much as I should, but defense of 11 against him, so we're going to go roll, and we got a 3, which is beautiful. That's going to be 8 residual damage. We are still shielded and protected, so we're taking only 2 residual damage, it looks like. 2 residual damage against him. That's 1, 2. Things are looking good. We have another full round to just pummel him and see how things go. So, reset, take all these cards off, take all these things, and let's see what we can do as far as just dealing as much damage as possible against this enemy here. There's a lot. There's a lot going on, but we're pummeling him. He's down from he was at 288 health, and now he's at, if each token is 70, so he's at 140 plus 53, 193. Okay. I mean, I think we'll get him before this gate, but I don't think we're gonna get him now. That's a lot of stuff going on. Although we do have these in play, which means if we time our effects appropriately, we'll be able to go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and do Aura of Protection. No, we're gonna go ahead and start with our ranged this guy over here, this Hope Healer, because I think that makes the most sense. And we're gonna go ahead and see which basic attack we can do. That one's not helpful. That one is helpful-ish. I like that. But we're going to look at that later. I want to do so many things. Okay, we're going to do the following. We're going to do Angelic Feather over here. 10 damage plus effects. So we're going to roll against him. We're not moving. There's no combatives in 3. So this is going to be a focus attack. So it's going to benefit from both of these. Rolling against a defensive 8. And we got a 19. So close. Oh, can I see, I have to double check this. I believe plus 2 to roll would count as a crit. I'm not sure though, so I'm not going to do it. So I'm going to save this for an actual hit, but I have to double check the rules on that. But 19 is definitely a basic hit, so we're going to deal 10 plus 3 plus 3 for 16 damage against him. He's going to drop from 53 down to 47, down to 37 over here. We're not going to do our effect right now. That's going to be healing an ally. The effect over here is heal, effects as a hero flips an attack, and then heal 7 a hero, or heal 12 if in the level 3 was flipped. Oh no, we're still going to heal 7 a hero. So let's go ahead and heal 7. Which hero wants to flip an attack? Let's go ahead and see what we want to do. We want to get this guy in play quickly on his abilities. Let's go ahead and do this over here. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and flip this attack over here. So we just flipped an attack on that guy, and then we are going to go ahead and heal 7 that hero. So we're going to go over here and pop you from 36 to 43. Things are looking good over there. Meanwhile, it's his turn, so we're going to do all the various things that happen on allies' turns. So this person could run to him and deal 7 damage, which is fine. It's not a problem. But I think I really want to... Oh, you know what? We're going to flip this over here. So we're going to add 7 damage to the attack. That's going to add 7 damage to the attack. 37 down to 30, like so. Perfect. Moving him around the board quickly as possible. This one is over here. Pull an enemy. It takes 10 damage. We can't do that. Can an enemy be dealt reaction damage? He won't be dealt reaction damage. So we're going to go ahead and spend your 2 to make him take another 8 damage. So we're going to pop you down from 30 down to 22. And then over here, This is not going to help us at all. Heal 8 a hero, you charge a skill token. Let's do that. We're going to heal 8 a hero. Let's go ahead and heal you, 27 to 35, and you charge a skill token. We're going to charge this one over here. That way we can rapidly pursue recharging this up as much as we can. And that was his turn over here, which means now it's time to go ahead and we want to deal with our lightning guy. We want to deal with our tactician, Rokaru the samurai, because Rokaru the samurai will still have the opportunity to be able to do mean things. So let's go ahead and do, this guy's dead by the way, Rokaru the samurai. Let's take Rokaru's turn. We're going to see what we can do over here. We're trying to take advantage of these skills before they go away, because as it reaches their turns, those are going to go away. We could do 10,000 swords, but that's 3 enemies, so we're not going to do that. We could do blinding strike, not really helpful. It moves the target. Target is distracted 3. Let's do blinding trick. Sure, let's do blinding trick over here. So target's going to be distracted 3, which means we'll be able to reduce his chances of actually hitting on his next attack. We're going to go ahead and do 11 damage against him, so we're going to roll. It is with focus. We are rolling the orange die. We're rolling against a defensive 8, which means we need to get a 5. We got a 12. That's perfect. That's plenty. We're going to do 11 plus our 6 is going to be 17 damage, bringing us down to 5 over here. Do we want to activate our sword? Sure, let's go ahead and do our sword. We have to remember we're going to use our sword to negate the fact he should not have taken his first 5 damage. So we're going to do that for that right now. And that's going to be target is distracted and an ally flips an attack. So we're going to put this over here as a reminder that he's distracted and an ally is going to flip an attack. Let's see what we got over here. We got you flip an attack, you move 3, heal 2 per flipped attack you have. Ooh, that's intriguing. That is intriguing. I could do this over here. So let's go ahead and do this over here. Okay, we'll do that. That's fine. There's a few ways we can do this. Okay, cool. We're done over here. So we did that over there. You heal 2 per flipped attack whenever a villain takes terrain damage. This is a very cool card. Not as helpful for this scenario. Anyways, we did that over there. Trying to activate all our regular abilities on the allies' turns. So what can we do? Not that much, honestly. Not that much. These things are mostly... We could just power through to deal more damage to him, which is not the craziest thing, but not that much, all things considered. Because most things happen on the enemy's turn, and his turn is going to be like his end of round kind of effect. So we could go ahead and deal 7 damage. I guess let's go ahead, and we probably should have moved to be able to not, take that damage. So that makes sense. So we don't end our turn on spikes effectively. Anything else interesting I could do? Not that much. Not that much. Next round he's going to break into this room, which means we'll have to deal with that. But again, I think at this point we just charge aggressively towards taking him down. Maybe we need to get 2 full loops around the board. It's hard. It is hard. At the end of the day, it's definitely punishing. But let's see what we can do. So we're going to go ahead to the next person, which means we're going to go ahead to I don't know. Let's go to you, sir. You are going to go ahead and do your aura of protection. So you're going to go ahead and walk up over here. This unfortunately will pull back right now, which means you are no longer benefiting from this. It's going into the flipped attack stack instead. And what do we have as far as our abilities? We have a level 3 epic, run 7 to an enemy, ignoring terrain damage. These are so cool. They're not useful against a single target who we're just trying to slowly beat down. But let's go ahead and do it. We're going to do Power Leap over here. So again, we have with focus, so we just need to hit a 5. We got a 9. That's perfect. We're going to go ahead and deal 12 damage plus our 3, which brings us to 15 damage. Do we want to add to our thing? Nope, we're not going to do that. Ooh. No, we're going to hold off. Okay, so we're doing our 15 damage, is it? Was it? 15. So 5 down to 60 over here, dropping a token off along the way. So we're going to drop that off. And then again, we all get another cube back because of the way those rules work, which means he should have done whatever on his turn. Okay, well, too bad now. Okay, that's going to be his effect over here. That's his turn. That's his gem. We've activated all of that, which means the last one to activate is this person over here. He's going to activate. This will come back. It will be cycled to his flipped attacks over here. And then we're going to go ahead and deal... We could deal this one over here. Heal 2 per flipped attack. Let's do this one. Let's do Battlefield Mastery. I don't love it as much. I kind of like our Relentless Hunt a little bit more, but I think Battlefield Mastery is... These ones will pull these back, which is fun. You know what? No, we're going to go ahead and do it. We're going to do Relentless Hunt over here. This will actually set us up well for next round. So we're going to do Relentless Hunt, which will benefit you flip an attack. So we're going to go ahead and have this guy flip this attack over here. Then we're going to go ahead and attack. So we're going to attack again with focus. So we are again attacking with a value of 5 is all we need over here. And we got a 3, which is fine because now we can spend our 2 over here to after roll, re-roll, and then go ahead and do that. We got a 5, which is all we needed, and then we get a 20, nope, an 11, but that still means we're going to do 9 damage, just 9 damage, nothing extra this time around. We don't have a weapon to use, so he's going to go down from 60 down to 51. So he's basically 51 plus 70, he's at 121. We're making good target. Effect, you move 4, then pull 4 the target. Oh, well, I'm going to move 4 at the very least, because that way I can step back 1, 2 over here, stepping back from his damage as he rushes in there and crushes things. So that's as far as that goes. Any other abilities we can take on our turn that will help us out? Move to an ally. So we're going to go ahead and spend this to go ahead and flip this, which is going to help you move to an ally. So 1, 2. That means everyone except for him right now is going to take damage. In fact, does he even take damage? Because he moves forward 2. First move forward 2, 1, 2. So you wouldn't be within range. Great. So no one's going to get hit by our things. So we're going to go ahead and step on the barrier. Now, if a barricade has been destroyed, remember to begin a new event. I don't know the exact sequence. So I don't know for sure the sequence, okay? But I'm going to do this the way I think is more fun. Meaning, does he destroy the barricade, deal 10 damage, and then enemy spawn? Or does he destroy the barricade, enemy spawn, then deal 10 damage? I'm going to do the latter way because I think it's more thematically fun, him charging into the room like that. It might be a slight perk, but I just think it's more thematically fun. So, he's going to go ahead and move, going 1, 2, stepping over here. That means these barricades are going to be destroyed. We're going to spawn enemies, and then he's going to deal 10 damage to each enemy before actually attacking us, because he is still, unfortunately, going to attack us. So, we're going to do that over there. Enemy spawn, which means if you want to give me 1 second while I get all the enemies up and running. Now, the joke's on me over there, because they specifically made sure that there are no enemies within 2, so that's just not an issue. But that said, that does mean it is time for him to attack us. He's going to go ahead and attack the farthest target, will be him. I'm going to do my little trick where I become the target, flipping this and running up to him in order to go ahead and take the hit myself. He is distracted, which means he's rolling against an 11, which means he has to hit a 14 to hit, which, make sure to use their die over here. A 14 to hit, we got a 17. Of course you freaking did. Of course you did. Can I do anything about that? Like a 14, you needed a 14 and he got it. Whatever, it is what it is. We're going to go ahead and do 20 damage, not 25 because we don't have that extra, negated by the 6 because that's the rules over there. So it's going to be 14 damage over here. So 14 damage against all that health I just built up, down to 63, 59, and 49. Now that health is important because right about now we have a choice to make. Do we aggressively power through trying to attack him as fast as possible? Because I'm not confident we'll hit him. I mean, he's got 121 health. That is a lot of health to survive. I'd have to survive this whole round, which I think I can do. The enemies are doing 22, 17. We have one enemy targeting the lowest HP, which is unfortunate. We have the highest over here. Highest HP, furthest. I think we can do it. 122 damage. I think we can. We're going to go ahead and power through. We're going to try to just take him out and not worry about the consequences. We'll see if I'm right or wrong, but we still have all our defensive cloaks over there, which we have not used like the fool that we are. Fool of a took. So I'm going to ignore the enemies right now, or for the most part ignore the enemies, and I'm going to just go ahead and take my turn trying to attack them as efficiently as possible. To that end, I think the first thing we need to do is pop down the, that would be with mobs. So yeah, we're going to pop down. We're going to go ahead to him over here. We're going to activate Rourke, putting a cube on Rourke. We're just going to try to take the enemy's damage and just hope we can over here. He will move forward, dealing damage to the enemies, so there is that advantage to us, but like I don't know if that's going to be enough. Over here we have Iron Wall. 1 square, you move 2. Why am I doing this? No, wrong thing. We're going to go ahead and pop this over here. You are shielded 6 once per turn. Oh, this might be a good time for Iron Wall. If we're not planning on lasting another round, the flip side is Iron Wall's 20, and if I go ahead and play this over here, enemies take +3 damage whenever they are hit by an attack with mob or focus. I could do that. I also could do that next round and survive this round. So let's do that. But if we're doing that, that means that we'll put these back here, and I'll start with this person here. Will that be enough, or that spell's gone? His spell +3. No, it's gone. We're not able to do that. Okay, fine. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's do this as far as we can. We're still going to go ahead and do Iron Wall over here. So we're going to play Iron Wall. We're going to refresh all these, which means we refresh our ability over here. We are going to go ahead and hit him with an Iron Wall over here, and we're going to be shielded for the rest of the turn. So we are going to continue to try to take as much damage as possible, which means we will need help trying to buff ourselves because these guys are all going to be attacking at +5. They're going to be problematic at the very least, but I think it's just faster this way. So we're going to go ahead and do Iron Wall. You may move 2. I don't see the benefit of doing so. I think I'd be moving on to spikes over here. So we're going to go ahead and simply roll against the enemy. He is not... Oh, nope. I'm realizing we shouldn't go first because if we go first, we're not mobbed. So we want to go first with you. You want to go first. So Tide of Blades. Maybe this is helpful because then you can go ahead and run around and do stuff. You move it to 7 squares. Where this enemy is not good. He's currently... I guess it is good. It hurts the enemy. I don't know. Let's go ahead and do this. So you may move the target up to 2 squares. That's not going to help. Move for the target, choose an ally, villains cannot declare it as a target. Ooh. Who's the hero with the lowest HP? Me. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and do misleading steps over here. So misleading strike. We're going to go ahead and move 2 over here, which does give us the option of paying to move others. So I don't think we need to move him. If anything, I think you want to move him out of the square, out of the range. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 over here. So he still has line of sight, but he's further from these enemies, specifically this guy here, who we don't want him to be able to hit. So we kind of want to be able to hit over here. I think we still have line of sight to the base, so he's safe over there, which makes it harder for him to deal with attacking him. And so we're going to do misleading strike over here. We're going to hit him. We use our extra movement to move him off the board using this port over here. We're going to choose an ally. Villains cannot declare it as a target. We're choosing ourselves as an ally, so we're going to put that down over here. And we're going to do 17 damage against him with mob, which means we're rolling at a +3. So we're going to go ahead and roll. We have to get at least a 5, and we got a 19. So close, so close. But I think right now we forfeit X movement points. Oh, I used those movement points. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with that. We'll use our roll for next time, I think. Yeah, we're going to use our roll for next time. So we're going to do 17 damage to be able to hit him as much as possible, and that's going to bring him down from 121, from 51 to 44 to 34. So 34 over here. That's going to be our 17 damage. Okay, we're making good progress. We don't have any pluses. We don't have any effects we want to do. That's +1 roll. We'll use that next time. And I think we are good. We've activated our first enemy. If an ally is within 1 of the turn, we go ahead and our combatant within 8 squares of you takes 4 damage. We're going to, again, continue to hit him for as much damage as possible. So he's going to drop down to 30. That's the whole game right now. The whole game is just aggressively charge and hurt him. To that end, we have other effects we want to go ahead and do. So we can go ahead and pay 4 HP, pull 6 an enemy, it takes 10 damage. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see if we can weaken the weakest enemy over here. Let's just target this guy over here, I guess. Sure, why not? Let's go ahead and target this guy. So we're going to go ahead and pay 2 HP. We're going to pay 2 tokens, pay 4 HP. It's going to be down to 43 to 39. And pull 6 an enemy, it takes 10 damage. So we're going to pull you onto here. Okay, so we're going to pop over here like so. That might be helpful. We'll find out. But he's going to go ahead. In fact, we'll put him over here so he has to move again on his turn. So we're going to pull him there. That's going to give him another 4 damage to him. So he's going to drop from 45 over here to 41. Okay, so hopefully we can take him out, do some peripheral damage, and then also another 10 damage because of the way that actually works. So down to 31. If we can take out one guy, we just reduce like a chunk of 22 damage over there, which would be very, very helpful. Also, that's provoke over there. Yeah, we don't want that. Okay. So that's that. Do anything else we can do? We could do that guy over there. Move to an enemy. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. We're going to go ahead and pay this over here on your turn to move to an enemy, and you move 2. I'm just going to choose not to move 2. I'm going to pop this guy down there. So you're going to go ahead and take 4 damage as well, dropping you to 45 to 41. And then that means all of these uncharged, which means this pops up 1. And also, you have to remember to pop him up 5 more because you ignore the first 5 damage every single turn. And then we are going to go ahead and you heal 9. So you, sir, are going to go from 49 to 58. There's a lot of just number adjusting in this particular scenario. But that is, I think, all the stuff we did for his turn. Now, the second character's turn. Again, lots of things happening here. We're going to do the best we can. We've uncharged all our skills. We do kind of want to kill an enemy. It will be helpful to be able to pull some stuff over here. We could pull 6 an enemy. So I guess I could go ahead and we'll go ahead and have, it's the next person's turn. We'll have our Rurik activate, which means on Rurik's turn we'll be able to do effects over here. We're going to start with the effect of him to be able to pull an enemy. I'm going to pull him closer, and that's going to be another 4 damage against him. So 31 down to 27. So we're just doing what we can, which means all this is going to uncharge as well, which means once again we're going to slide this up, and then we're going to heal 9. So you, sir, need to heal from 39 to 48 over here. All right. Then we have at the start of enemy, it's at least 1 enemy within 2 of you. There's not intentionally, so we won't be able to pay 3 HP to heal an ally. That's okay though. We are going to go ahead and have Rurik do his actually effective over here. So we're going to go ahead and do our shield wall, which is over here. So all these fells refresh over here, which means because we flipped all our cards, we activate our longsword over there. We're going to play Iron Wall. We have our buff over here. We are attacking the Iron Giant. We are rolling. We need to get at least a, we have exposed, so we need to roll, he's an 8. We need a 5 over here. So a 5 over here, and we got an 18, which is great. We could move 2. We're going to do 20 damage. We're going to be shielded as well. And then we're going to do another 5 from this over here, which means it's going to be a total of 25 damage against him, which is beautiful because that's going to bring him down from 35 down to 10. So again, good. We need to do like a lot of damage. We need 120, so we need to bring him down to 60 this turn to have a reasonable chance of hurting him. But I think that's doable. Maybe we'll find out. Hopefully we don't die horrifically from all the bad things that are happening along the way. Meanwhile, that was Rurik's turn. We already activated the Bruiser over here. We need to go ahead and have 2 more people flipping some stuff over here. We haven't yet activated an enemy. We could, We could have you do that, run to an enemy and damage it. I don't know if that is helpful right now. We could pay 7 HP. I think we're done on enemy effects, but we might need to attack one enemy just to take him out, because if we have this guy down at 27, so if we can even just take him out a little bit, it'll give us an enemy turn, and it'll allow us to have the flexibility we need to basically just hurt people. We can have this guy making a basic attack against him, we can have that. So let's go ahead and see what we got as far as that. Do we have a range? Do we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we do have range to that guy's base over here, so we should be able to hit him with our healer. So let's go ahead and see what damage our healer can do. That'll trigger a promotion. He's going to attack the hero with the most HP, which is the hero, so it's going to try to go towards the healer. The healer's the most HP? Wow. That, I guess, is a thing. So we can either... That results in a decision space, because we need to have him be able to get past him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to move our healer so that he can attack him and take the damage. So you're going to go ahead and move here, which means you will lose the focus, unfortunately. That means that the focus is lost, but by now he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means he's going to take 6 reaction damage and 4 spike damage. So he's going to take 10 damage just from existing. That brings him down to 17, which means you need to do 17 damage, and we also have a basic attack here, which is 8, so we need to do at least 9 damage, I think, realistically. So from over here, we have these 2 spells. Heal 10 a hero for each charge token you have. We don't have a lot right now, so we're not going to do that. We'll save that for right now. We're going to go ahead and do Angelic Feather. Or do we have these? Oh, we'll save these for, hurting the guy. We're going to do over here Angelic Feather. Over here, we are going to do this against him. He's got a defense of 6 over here. We are rolling over here, defense of 6, and we got a 19. So close. I want to know if, like, the crit activates on the +2s. I'll have to look that up. 10 damage. So 10 damage over here against him. He's going to drop from 27 down to 17. Effect, a hero flips an attack. Heal 7 a hero, or heal 12 instead if a level 3 was flipped in step 1. So we're going to go ahead and do that. A hero flips and heal 7. So what hero do we want to flip things? I don't know if it really makes a significant difference. This guy could do it over here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this guy. We're going to go ahead and do this one, flip that one. That means he'll be able to... Oh, that is good. That actually is good. That's pretty good. So we're going to flip this one. He's going to heal 7 as well. So he's going to pop up from 48 to 55 over here. So again, all things are good. Now, as a result of that, the enemy is going to activate. The enemy is automatically going to take 10 damage, but before we do that, we're going to activate on your turn. It's an enemy's turn. We're going to pay this over here. To be able to flip this, pay 4 HP. So you drop back down 4 HP. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make a ranged attack against him. It's +1 because of the fact that he's... it's basic attack. So we're rolling on a 5+ over here. So it's a 5+, and we got a 18. Or is that a 19? It's an 18. 18 over there. We're going to go ahead and hit him, and we are, why am I forgetting what I'm doing? We're doing 8 damage. So he's going to drop from 17 down to 9, which is perfect, because then he's going to react over here trying to target him. He's going to step away from him, taking reaction damage. He's going to step onto spikes as he walks around, which means he's going to take a total of 10 damage, and he's going to die, which means 1 less enemy to deal with, 1 less problem without you. That means all our heroes are going to gain a cube, which, cube, oh no, that's the wrong place, cube, and cube over here. So we got the cubes, and most importantly, we went ahead and stopped that guy from attacking us, which is great. And also, we can activate all the things on enemy turns. So let's go ahead and do some enemy turn activations. That was the healer's turn, who has the most things to activate on enemy turns, so he can't do jack right now, unfortunately. So we're going to have to deal with these guys over here. Enemy turn things, before roll, not relevant, before roll, not relevant. None of these are actually relevant. I don't know why I did that the way I did, but it is what it is. Okay, we can do this over here. We can pay 2 over here, pay 7 HP, 2 heroes gain 2 each. So I think if we give you 2, and you 2, that might give us the flexibility we need. We'll see if it does or doesn't, but we'll see. In the meantime, that means that it has the trigger of we have to pay 7 HP, because that's part of the actual component, 35 down to 28, but he cannot be a target this round, so that works for us. Okay, that's done over there. The enemy's turn, we could do that, that would work there, that would do that, okay, fine. Okay. Oh, if we do reduce now, okay, fine. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and have the next hero go. So that was our healer, and now we're going to go ahead and have, did Rurik go? Yeah, Rurik played his shield, so Rurik's done over here, which means we're down to the retribution. The Bruiser over here. Bruiser's the last one. I don't think we're actually making the damage criteria we needed, but we do have other tips and tricks up our sleeve. We'll do that one next turn. That'll be 30 damage there. This one over here. We have tips and tricks up our sleeve. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Starting off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and heal 8 a hero on an ally's turn. You charge 1 skill token, I'll charge that one. So we heal 8 a hero. Who will we heal? I don't know. Let's go ahead and heal you because you're there. 51 to, oh no, we want to try to heal you. 58 to 66. Okay, so you're healed. You now have the most HP, which is going to be helpful again. Then we're going to go ahead and we can activate him. We're not activating him. We're saving him for later. So we are going to go ahead and try to hit you, which means I need to go ahead and look at my deck of cards, which is over here. And we have the following. Run 7 to an enemy, ignoring terrain effects, which gives us a lot of flexibility. So we're going to go ahead and he's going to go over here. You know what? Why not? Why not go over here? I guess fine. Run 7 to enemy, ignoring terrain effects, 20 damage plus effect. Okay. Move for the target, which is not going to happen. So we are basically trying to hit him for, we ignore terrain effects, which means we still get end of turn terrain effects. So we'll stay here. Let's stay with the mob situation. Let's go ahead and hit him. So here we go. Oh, actually, if we do here, he'll walk away from us, which is better. In fact, he should be here for the same motivation, because then he'll go 1, 2, and deal 2 damage to all of them. Being behind him has its perks. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and run 7 to an enemy. We are going to attack him. We are going to be rolling on a... Did I use the wrong die as the tactician? No, I used this one as the basic attack. So we're rolling against it's mob, so it's going to be a 5+ again. And we got a 11. Perfect. Okay, we're going to go ahead and deal 20 damage to him, which is going to bring him from 10 down to 60 over here, which is also going to have the result of crossing the line. We take off one of these tokens, and we go ahead and give all of us a cube. You get a cube, and you get a cube, and you get a cube, and you get a cube. That's going to be our Deadly Smite. And then do we want to add to it? Do we want to... Oh yeah, we do. In fact, we do want to add to it because we ran to him, which meant we didn't do any of our effects. We ran 7 to enemy as part of this, which means we can use all 7 of our movement. We have 7 because we have a movement stat of 7 because of this attribute over here, which means we're going to add 7 to our attack, bringing him down to 53 over here. Okay, so that's our smite over there. We're going to be able to pull that up next turn too, because he's going to be flipping all his cards back in a second. And that is a lot of things happening, but that does mean that all the enemies are now going to do their bad things to us now. That's the downside of all the stuff, and they're doing so at a increased capacity. So let's see what their increased capacity is like. Let's go ahead and activate the Reaper. Okay, the Reaper is going to go ahead and target the hero with the lowest HP, which means it's going to target, I guess, the Bruiser. So you're going to target the Bruiser over here. So he's going to run through the Bruiser, which seems basic enough. Anything I could do on a villain's turn? I could intercept with you to become the target, which seems reasonable. Do I want to do that? Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and... No, I don't want to intercept. I just want to move. That's the issue. So, can I do this on an ally's turn? I can go 1, 2. That's not enough. How can I do this over here? Run to a villain. No, I don't want to do this right now. I don't want to actually... We're just going to go ahead and have him attack. He's going to go 1, 2 over here. He's going to take 4 damage from being on that over there, from stepping across that, which means he goes from 41 to 37. He's going to attack against a defense of 7 over there. So defense of 7. Let's see what they get over here. We're going to roll. We got a 4. Beautiful. I think I've had like the best rolls this game. It's insane. We're going to do 10 residual damage. So it's going to drop him down by 10 over here. Let's go ahead and use our thingy, 5 HP, and heal all allies. So we're just going to heal 4 all allies. So he'll still take the attack over here, but he's going to drop down by 10, and then 41 over here. And then we're going to heal all our allies by 5. So he can go ahead. Where's our other tokens? There's a token out here. 28 to 33. We have 66 to 71, and we have 59 to 64. That's our shield utilized over there, and we are good. That is also an enemy turn, which is important, because right about now, we're going to go ahead and spend this to heal for each hero. So each hero is going to drop up by 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're doing great right now. That was his attack, that was his. He's going to not do anything, and we are good. Okay, the next hero is going to act. Next villain is going to activate. We're going to have the Necromancer go ahead and go. The effect is the hero with the most HP, which is clearly going to be them. It's a ranged attack, which they can do right now, unfortunately. So they're simply going to roll against a defense of... It's not an extra shielded, it's not extra protected, it's standard protected, so we're going to go a defense of 11. So we're rolling against defense of 11 over here, and they get a 12, which is enough to actually hit. They're going to do 19 damage, but I'm currently shielded 4 and toughened. No, not shielded 4. I'm toughened and shielded 6. I think so I got, okay? That's all I got. Not all, but it's going to be 10 shielded. 10 shielded. I think multiple times in the game, I may have done 6 shielded instead of 7 shielded, when an enemy next to me attacked me. I'm realizing that now. Either way, we're going to go ahead and do 10 shielded, so it's 19 is going to be reduced by 9 over here. We are going to go ahead and activate our things. You're shielded 6. After the attack resolves, move for the attacker. So we're going to go ahead and add another shielded 6, so only taking 3 damage, and then we are going to go ahead and move for the attacker. So 3 more damage against me. We're going to drop down 1, 2, 3 over here, and then move this guy 1, 2, 3, 4 over here, because that way he takes damage and lands there. Why? Just pettiness, honestly. Pettiness, 4 damage over there. Okay, that's going to be that. And I believe technically speaking, he ends his turn there too. So it's going to be, no, I think you only take it once per turn. I have to double check. I think you can only take spike and lava damage once per turn, either for moving or ending on the stuff. So either one of those is enough. That's going to be his activation. We're going to go to the other one of those. Going to be attacking the target that's the furthest, which is going to be our healer over here. Our healer can be targeted, so he's going to be rolling against a defense of 7. Let's see how he fares. It's going to be a 8, which is enough to hit. We're going to go ahead and do 18 damage plus effects. Oh, we didn't do effects. Push through the target. Ooh, ouch. 1, 2, 3. So you are going to go ahead and go through that, taking another 4 damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then no other heroes within 1 of the target. There was no other hero within 1. Deal plus 5 damage and uncharged 2 skill tokens. That is mean. That is mean. So another 5 damage. So we are taking a little more than I'd like on that one because of the effect. It is what it is. Okay. I should have pulled someone next to me maybe. I could have done stuff like that probably. But in the meantime, we're going to resolve this one. So we're rolling. We got our 18. Okay, so 18 damage against him. We're going to go ahead and use our armor. Heal 8 an ally. So we're going to use this to heal you, 63 to there. And we're going to flip that down. You're going to take 18 damage, dropping yourself from 68 down to 50. We're still doing fine. Blast 8 all heroes within 1 of the target. There are none. Okay, so that's not a problem. Flee 3 if it didn't move. There's nowhere to flee 2. No other villains with 1 of the target. This is no other hero. Okay, no other villain. There is no other villain. Deal plus 5 damage and uncharged 2 skill tokens. Again, that is mean. I thought I was in control here. A little less so, and then plus 5 damage. So 5 down to 45. Okay, that's all great. We have this last person to go over here. So now he's going to go, targeting the furthest hero again. So again, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So does not have to move at all. So effect, blast 10, all heroes within 1 on the target. Fortunately, there are none. We're going to roll to see if we even hit. And that's a 7. That's enough to hit over there. So we are going to go ahead and deal 21 damage. So green just took a bath this turn. 45 down to 24. Jeez. Okay. And that's going to be blast 10. No other villains within 1. Run to the furthest hero. Range 8. It takes 5 damage. Heal 5 this character. Which I don't think this character is damaged at all. No, not damaged at all. So we're going to run range 8 to the furthest hero, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think they're going to go over here. And then they are also going to take 4 damage because they hit spikes. But they will also go ahead and heal that because of the effect. And that is the enemy's turn, except for the boss, who's now going to activate and go, moving 1, 2, dealing 10 damage to all villains within 2. So that's going to hit a bunch of villains over here. We're going to have you dropping down to 27. We're going to have you dropping down to 40, 45. I don't think any of this actually matters, though, because I think this is our final turn to really hurt the enemies over here. And 51 down to 41, like so. And that is going to be the enemy's turn, at which point he's going to target the furthest hero, which is going to be our green person. I think we're going to do 20 damage to the green person. So we'll see how that plays out. So he's going to go ahead and roll. Ignore the first 5 points. Immune to effects. Perfect. Nothing would block it. Move it. Perfect. Okay, great. We're going to go ahead and roll. Defensive 7. And we got a 4. So we actually missed. Perfect. So we get 8 residual damage against this person over here. Honestly, it would have been a little more fun to see him go down to a very, very low number. But that's neither here nor there. And then we go ahead and to the next round, where I think right about now, we have an opportunity to end this. Yeah, we have an opportunity to end this. The tricky part is we have to get the chest to get the Kemet challenge. Because I said already at the beginning, I'm not going to count this chest because I think that's a mistake. I am going to count that chest. We do have to get that chest. So this card goes away. Ironically, this villain was not struck at all, so that's not going to make a difference at all. This card goes underneath their deck, and we reset, and we are trying to take down the boss to 0 while trying to get our hands on, yeah, some things. Okay, let's play this out. The chest is the biggest issue. I have 5 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need some more movement. I could use that, but that's going to cause an issue for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could do that. That gives me some leeway. Anything else lets me move a hero. I don't have... I could do that. Okay. Let's do the following. let's go ahead and have you activate over here, okay? Because you're going to try to go ahead and step up and smash him. So to that end, you're going to go first because that makes sense. You're going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say over here. Why not? You know what? Let's end over here because we're going to take a spike damage. We don't care. So we're going to take our 4 damage. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. Then we are going to go ahead and attack. But on your turn, we're going to spend 2 of your cubes to run to a villain, deal 7 damage, and move it 2. But we're not going to move it 2 because we can't, because rules. So, 7 damage to his head. We're going to ignore the first 2 each round, so he only takes 5 damage. And then these all unflip, and an ally gains 2 tokens. So we're going to give you 2 tokens because we think you deserve them. And then we're going to go ahead. Oh, I meant to do that. I forgot about that. Oh, well. I think there's a way around it. It's all good. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we uncharge all our tokens, which means we move this up 1, so we're doing fine in that. And then we are going to go ahead and hit. So we are going to play this over here. Enemies take +3 damage whenever they're hit by an attack with mob. We're rolling with mob right now, which means we are rolling and against, we only need a 5, which we got a 9, which is perfect. That's going to be 15 damage against him. And so we are, oh, by the way, this, no, this did not flip back. No, it did not. So we're going to go 15 damage. So it's going to drop down from 15 down to 36 over here. Okay, so I think things are looking good as far as things go. That's going to be his turn over here. The iron wall, by the way, does go away. He's no longer shielded 6. That's a gone attack. And we are going to mark him as being done. Now, we're not done yet, but we do have options in front of us. Let's see how we want to handle this. We're going to go ahead and have our healer. It's currently an ally's turn. He already did that, so now we need to do the next person's turn. So let's go ahead and have the bruiser activate. So the bruiser is going to step away from that person, which means he's going to take reaction damage, unfortunately. But the reaction damage currently on that person, I've never been so cavalier with reaction damage, but I just don't think I need to worry about it. His reaction damage is reaction is 8, so we're going to take 8 damage on our person over there. So he's going to drop down from 50 over here, from 45 to 37 over here. Okay, and then he's going to go ahead, on his turn, we're going to have you spend this to charge 2 tokens and charge that over here. You may charge a skill token, which I just did. Heal 8 a hero. We're going to heal ourselves because we're selfish. Actually, we're going to go ahead and heal you. So 24, we're going to heal you up to there. And then we are going to go ahead and have you, I think we're going to have you attack him. So we're going to go ahead and look at our cards over here. Do we have any cards? We're going to flip all these, which is great over here. We moved 2, I believe. I think we moved 2, and we have a movement stat of 7. So we're going to go ahead and flip all these. Oh, we didn't even need to move 2. We're not going to move 2. We're going to use our spell, Deadly Smite, again to do the same thing with this because this flipped back, because all our cards flip back. So we're going to run 7 to an enemy. That's him. And we're going to go ahead and roll against him. We just need a 5, and we got a 13. Okay, I don't think I've missed a single time this game. We're going to do 20 damage, plus we're going to add 7 to it because of this over here. So we're going to do 27 damage to the big bad boss, which is going to bring us from 36 down to 9. Okay, now we're not done yet. We're going to have some fun over here. We are going to go ahead and go and have, that's going to be another person activated. So we activated him. We did not activate him yet. I don't think we did, at least. We're going to activate our healer. But before we do that, on his turn, on the Guardian's turn, we're going to spend this to do this. Move to an enemy and move to an ally. So we're going to move an ally 1, 2 over here. And then an enemy, do we care at all? We'll have you go 1, 2 over here, dropping you down 4 points of damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4. May as well maximize things while we can. On his turn, we're going to have you go across the spikes and taking the reaction damage. This means you're going to take 8 plus 4 for 12 damage, dropping from 24 down to 12 to be able to go 1, 2, 3, 4, using our 5th point of movement to take the chest, and then going ahead and attacking this guy. Why that guy? I don't know. That guy seems like the wrong choice, actually. Let's go ahead and attack you, because then you'll have to attack him, which I think works for us. And there's a reason we're doing this. No, we'll attack you. We'll attack you. Okay, so we're going to attack you. We're going to roll with a basic attack over here. And why are we not attacking the big bad boss? Because I want to do something the way I want to do something. Speaking of which, on his turn, we're going to go ahead and flip this. You may move to an enemy, and you may move to. So I'm going to move to him, so he's going to take 4 damage from that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he's going to go ahead, and I can move to, and I'll just move off here, so I'm not ending my turn there, or whatever it is. That's done over there. Then he is going to attack him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's within range. We're going to go ahead and do a, I don't know. We're going to do a basic attack, Edge of Balance over here. We're going to attack him for 7 damage. And then we're going to heal 10 a hero. For each charge skill you have, heal +2 the hero or deal +2 damage. So I don't really have charge skills, and I don't care because that's not the point of this attack. We're going to go and attack against a defense of 6 over here, and we hit. So we're going to deal 7 damage against him, dropping him from 19 down to 12. Okay, now this should work out-ish, maybe. Where is this guy? He is here. So he's here, he's going to move 1, 2 over here, like so. I guess so. Why not? We'll see how that plays out. I think, is there a better way to do that? No, I don't think there is. I don't see a better way to do it, but that's fine. That's fine. Oh, it doesn't matter. Sorry, where was I? I was over here. I'm sorry. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to move over here instead. Okay, so when I moved, I'm paying to move there. You'll see why in a second. Because then he's going to go and he's going to react. I'm going to spend a cube over here, which is going to pop this off and run 5 to the target. You become its target if it can attack you. So it's going to go 1, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to take 4 damage from the spikes. He's going to take reaction damage of 7. That's a total of 11. He's currently at 12. He's going to drop down to 1. I'll go ahead and spend this 5 HP to be able to do that, and drop down by another 5 HP to be able to ping him, and he will die. So we'll all gain a cube, which is not the intent. The intent of that entire sequence was now these all uncharge, and as a result of that, this moves up to 4, which means the lighthouse activates the crackling boom and does 30 damage to this guy, killing him with the lighthouse. I just thought that was a fun thematic way to end it. And that's the round. That's the round. This charging massive titan falls to the floor. It definitely, whatever. I may have skipped reading stuff. No, I think I'm fine. I'm just realizing sometimes we do events, they're supposed to read stuff. I may have skipped that stuff. Let's go ahead and read the stuff, and then we'll go ahead to end story. Read this only if you accomplish the primary objective. Zoom. Hit by a final shot, the titan grunts loudly and falls to its knees. You feel the ground shake. It seems that Yuzuru started to head in your direction when she noticed that you may hold their undead giant back. Now that's returning injured to the bottom of the sea, she rows back to her ship, alone in a small boat which is protected by a magic field. Give me 1 second over here, because a little bug on that. An Iron Hand sage informs that in the middle of the water she is as vulnerable as she may ever get. You'd still need your items to overcome the magic field and assassinate her. Also, the magic field mixed with the salt water could cause severe permanent damage to your equipment. Choose a hero with more than 30 HP to attack Yuza's boat. The loss of items is a small price to pay if that would meet any of the Kemet's buy, or make an excuse that she can wait as it's more honorable to damage Kemet morale by defeating Yuza on the battlefield. No, we're gonna attack her boat. It's not more honorable to attack her boat. Okay, we're gonna go to 3. The protection field damages your body and drains the magic imbued in your items. Remove from the game the chosen hero's currently equipped weapon and armor? No. The one I chose, by the way, is the tank, because he had the most HP. I didn't know it was going to happen. So, fortunately, we lose a basic weapon, but we do lose a less basic armor. That's not fun. Yuza is accustomed to emerging from a blind spot to assassinate her targets. You can't help but appreciate the irony that she may be able to die from a surprise attack. Her eyes widen when you lunge. Test. The chosen hero rolls a d20. Add its hero card, but not its NPC card. We got a 2. Plus 3 if the hero is a brute or a bruiser. It's a tank. If the hero is a healer, nope. We failure. Your fight is brutal. The user is hurt, but she disappears in the shadows and re-emerges in an approaching rescue boat. That's not good. Uh-oh. So Yurzid is alive. The other option is we kill Yurzid, which would have been better, but not how it played out. That was bad. Can I count the fact that I'm blessed? I don't think I can. I'm not going to count the fact that I'm blessed. I don't think it counts. The Kemet fleet decides to retreat. The Iron Hand is wrecked but relieved. A victory is a victory after all. Warfugee Bulletin. If fought under normal circumstances, this build already wouldn't have enough space to tell the full tale of the recent encounter of countless Iron Hand and Kemet vessels in the Central Sea. But the Oceanic War was nothing but normal. Nobody was prepared for the summoning of an undead giant from the depths of the ocean, which was then launched against the Imperial Lighthouse. According to witnesses, were it not for the brave heroes of Refugee directly facing and shooing the giant Titan away, there would be nothing of the magnificent building left. Embarrassed, the rest of the enemy fleet had no option but to retreat, conceding the victory for the Empire. Mark the lighthouses guarding the sea fact. Follow the next dimension's instruction. If you have Dilsga's axe free, the Iron Hand is corrupt. I don't think I do. We do not, unfortunately. Read this. Wait, and this journey. Read this. Okay, this whole time to address 2 problems concerning... I don't believe we get this. If you have Dilsgar, axe free, the Iron Hand is corrupt, and this journey phases 6 or 7, read this. There's still time to address... Okay, so we don't get certain cards because... we're going to have to go to the other quests. So I guess we have that. That's on the plus side. So fine. We're going to go ahead and we're going to continue with the city phase very shortly. We're going to do some wrap-up stuff and all those things, and we'll be right back with a city phase all prepared and ready to go. We're back and ready to go, and we got to start by marking off the various facts that, well, we were told to. We currently have the Lighthouse one. Secrets of the Kemet, no, not any of that. Where is it? We need to find the actual title. It is... Lighthouse is guarding the sea. So we're going to go ahead and mark off the Lighthouse is guarding the sea. We have that. We're also going to go ahead and mark off the quest that we just did, which is going to be... we need to find a bunch of things here. So we need to go over here and mark off quest number 28. We've done the Lighthouse quest over here. That's all going to be done over here. We need to go to the quest deck and find the corresponding quest card. In fact, we need to do all the things that you typically do when you're done with a full quest. So let's go ahead to the front of this journal and go through that. I find it's just easier to go through every time so that I don't miss any particular steps. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this over here. Nope, that's the wrong cover. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and go through this over here. So we got this. Gain 3 loot cards and mark this quest slot as done. So we need our loot card deck, which is going to be over here. And we're going to go ahead and gain 3 loot cards. We're going to get 1, 2, and 3. If you've done the extra challenge, draw another 2 loot cards. We have indeed done the extra challenge. So we're going to do 1 and 2. Draw 1 loot card for each first aid not spent. As I mentioned already, the second first aid we didn't technically get. I'm still counting it as gotten because the way the extra challenge is done, it kind of feels like you can't do one or the other, so I feel it's not the intent of the mission. If I'm wrong, so sue me, I'm here to have fun. Then we have over here, if you earn 7 loot cards, collect a true chest, and open none, you may increase your Kemet hunt level by 1, which we are going to go ahead and do over here. So we're going to go ahead and mark our Kemet hunt level by 1 over here. We're going to mark off 4. We're currently at 4. That's intense. Also, we just did card O, Oceanic War, which is always confusing because that's going to make me think 0. But it's not 0, it's O. Hopefully you remember that. Then we go ahead and you may decrease your hunt level if you want. We're not going to. Draw as many loot cards as your current hunt level. That's going to be 3 loot cards, not 4. You first get the numbers. There you go. 1, 2, and 3 over here. And then next time we'll draw an extra one for Kemet Hunt level 4. But, well, potentially. Then we go ahead and earn your words. Words are good. Still in the calendar, write down the letter for the adventure we just played. Gain this quest card. So we need to go over here. We need quest 28 over here. So 28, 28, 28. We have some cards mixed up in here. I don't know why, but either way, we're going to go ahead and get 28 over here. So we have that. Putting this off to the side over there. 28 is now added, which means we need to add Battle of the Oceans and Kemet Rumors. Okay, Battle of the Oceans and Kemet Rumors. So we're going to go ahead over here to this one over here. Battle of the Ocean and Kemet Warriors. Battle of the Oceans is going to get a second pip over here, which means we're going to mark off this. And then Kemet Warriors was so close to number 9. Kemet Warriors, Kemet Rumors I think it was. Kemet Rumors is going to go over here, which is going to unlock 7, which is going to take us to the book over here. The Book of All Good Things. And that's going to give us Diplomat 7. So let's see how Diplomat 7 is. The 4th star. The 4th star. I know you've heard me talking before you enter the tavern. Worry not. This is a way for me to cope with everything that's going on. And a force of habit. I spend the entire day talking to customers. You sit at a particularly filthy table with Sarah. She wipes and wipes a dirty cloth. She sighs and wipes a dirty cloth across the top. You don't know if the cloth is cleaning the table or the other way around. That's the best I can offer with the rumors I've heard from this bustling clientele. She opens her arm wide as if to encompass the entire tavern hall. You can't help but look around and see no one has entered the structure. Slam. Well, except for a cockroach that's now partly on the table and partly on Sarah's hand. With your progress in the field, people are donating spare weapons they've replaced for others or looted. Gain any one level 1 ranged weapon. So we're going to go over here. We're going to grab our ranged weapon deck over here and find a level 1 ranged weapon. Let's go for this one. I think this one over here looks like a fun one. What do we get? We got a Psycho Wand. A Psycho Wand? Not a Psychic Wand. +1 to roll, and it's going to do +4 damage and gain 1 cube per effect on combatants. That could be interesting. That could be powerful if you time that up with the right things. We're going to put that into our effect deck over here. And then, what else do we have? This is going to go over here. Oh, interesting. I think I've been doing these wrong. I'm realizing something now. You probably all caught that. The +1 to rolls are an ongoing regular effect, because you see, if you look at the back of these here, they add +1 to roll on the back. So these are general ongoing thingies. They're not... I have to look up weapons again. Anyways, now we're going to go ahead in the quest log, gain the quest card. If you have no cards in your hand, we do have cards in our hand. Oceanic War is done, so we need to take this and find where we're putting our quest cards, which means going to this pile over here and finding the pile of face down quest cards that are slowly going away. And then we need to go ahead and place out our buildings. Begin the next phase, which takes us to the city phase, which means right about now, we need to go ahead and grab our various buildings, where are our various buildings? Our tavern should be over here. We're going to go here and put down our tavern over here, our Iron Hand outpost over here, our natural lab, and our weapon shop, and then we are good to go. We've already built our various ally deck, which means now it's time to go ahead and build out our decks. So, well, we already shuffled and did this, but let's do another quick shuffle, and let's just do 4 cards for each of the 4 hands we're going to deal with. So, we have 1, we have 1, we have 1, and we have 1. Then we have 1. I just like to do this on top of shuffling. 2, 3, and 4. And then 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And then one more quick riffle shuffle. Not riffle shuffle, overhand shuffle. I don't know, I'm calling it riffle. 1, 2, 2, 3, and 4. Let's see the hands we got. These are very tight decks. We have the exact required 24 cards we need for our character deck, and let's see the hands we have. So our first hand is going to have 3 characters and then 1 of our heroes over here. So we're going to go ahead and put that down over here so we can see all the various stats as we need to. Our second hand over here is going to have 1 hero again and a bunch of characters. We're going to have to go through those various abilities shortly. This is going to go over here so we can again see those things as we need. This hand of cards is going to go up here, and we have again 1 character. We have so many characters. Why can't we have more characters showing up here? I hope there's 3 characters in this hand. We have 2 characters. I'll take it. I'll take it. 2's fine. It can't be overly ambitious. So these are a hand of cards. Let's go ahead and do the usual thing. So right about now we have to be mindful that we can only actually remove character cards from our deck as we go. Well, we cannot remove more than 4. So we have to ensure we get more characters if we want to remove 4 characters. I haven't been doing a lot of drawing heroes and adding one to the deck over here. So the ability to draw heroes and add more hero flexibility. So if we get 3 NPCs and 1 new hero, then we could remove a bunch of NPCs from the game. So we could see if that's the way we want to go on this. So let's start making decisions. Right about now, what do we have? We want to go ahead and do a lot of things, honestly. We want to do a lot of things. So what are we going to do over here? We have pick a card from the discard pile. That could be useful. Oh, that could be useful. This could be useful for sure if we use a hero and then come back and use that hero. We have draw a card over here. We have the regular stats over here. +2 of any one ability. If this conquers an expedition, put 1 on another expedition. That is good. That is good. We should do that. +2 of any one ability. So we need a hero. This is a 5/5 hero, which is going to work for us, I think. A 5/5 hero over here, combined with this over here. So if we do these two, right about now, let's just see if there's any cards we need to pass back and forth. No, I think we're good over here. Swap this card with another. That's fine. Okay. Then we're going to go. So we're going to go ahead and play these 2 over here, which is going to give us enough to go on here. Combined with this, if we add the 2 eyesight there, we're going to be able to put 2 cubes on that. And because it conquers an expedition, we can put 1 on any other expedition. I'm going to put that 1 up here while I decide exactly where it's going. Because over here, we have this guy going books and handshakes, which is enough for this one. So if we put 1 here, and we put a second one here, there we go. That's going to be enough to be able to do that one. So we go ahead and draw a card over here. That's done there. We are going to get 2 cubes already. So if we can get 2 more cubes, so we have 3 cards done already. Then we have over here, +2 of any one ability. If this conquers an NPC, put 2 on the weapon chest. Okay. So what I could do, that won't help on its own. His ability is interesting. If this conquers an NPC. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and swap this with this over here. There we go. So we're going to swap that. Swap this card with another one in the player's hand. That's going to give us the ability to be able to mess around with some different things over here. But now we can go over here. Can we? I think we can go over here. I'm just looking at the various stuff we have. 1 challenge requires -2 in all its abilities. That could be very powerful as well. So we're going to go ahead and place this one here. We're going to do this, which could do for the books and here. So we can go over here. So we're going to put down 2 cubes, 1 there and 1 neutral because we're running out. We're going to put that there, and then we're done with hand number 1. So we've gotten some progress done already. We still have the NPCs to deal with. 1 challenge requires NPCs -2 on all its attributes. That's very useful. Where is that card? -2 on all its attributes. It is useful, but is it better than just straight up? It would make us require only that. I don't know if it's as good as I want it to be, but maybe over here. Then we have eyesight, and we have that. We have that and that. That would work. If we combine these 2 together over here, then what we can do is we can go ahead and put down 2 cubes on this one, because we require 2 less on both eyesight and the military, and then we have 5 military and 2 eyesight, which would work. It may not be the most efficient use because he has other things he could do as well, but I don't want to overly min-max. I just want to do, like, just the right amount of min-maxing. Over here, we can pick a card from the discard pile, which could be useful as well. Let's see what we got over here. This guy over here is a 5/5 as far as that goes. 5 military might, and 5 books. Is that helpful? That is helpful. It's this person over here. I like drawing 2 cards. That's good. We're going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to pull a card from the discard pile, pulling this one we just spent, and use this one to be able to buy this person over here. So she's going to be a 5/3 over here, which is enough to be able to use that. So this one's going to go into our discard pile character deck or whatnot. I don't actually know if it goes straight into the discard pile yet, so I don't think we can use it yet. But that's going to cover that, which means we still have Nyx over here. Nyx with her ability. Can she get anyone here? She can get the Yudo Wandering Monk over here on her own, which is not bad. She can also get... They have the same stats. So which one? +3 on anyone ability, discard a random card, then draw 2 cards. That's okay. That's okay. I prefer just +3 over here. Gain 1, heals applied, but you can exceed max HP. Gain 2 cubes. I don't know if I feel strongly about any one of them, but I guess I will go ahead and use her to be able to go ahead and gather another NPC. That way we'll be able to do some deck weeding on some lower attribute stuff over here. Although I think this one might be better. Just the sheer quantity of stats. I'm going to go with this one over here. There we go. We're done over here. So we got these 2 here, which means we still have 2 hands left of cards over here. So we still got some room to play around with things, although we need to put some cubes here at some point. That's part of the game for sure. But right about now, we have 5 military might. His 5 military might is very tempting. 5 military might and 4. That is... +2 of any one ability. That could work if we have 4 handshakes. We don't have 4 handshakes. That is tricky. I really want to get him. But we need the military might and we need the handshakes. We need way too much. We need way, way too much over here. Can we do it is the question. So if we do that, and then that, it's not really enough. We need the handshakes, and I don't see anyone giving us the handshakes. So it won't necessarily be good enough. But I could throw 2 on, and again, I could undo some of the stuff, but I don't want to go to that level of things. Draw a card, another player discards a card, then draws a card. Oh. That could be useful. Produce 2 and put this card in another player's hand. I keep forgetting to do that one. Draw a card, another player draws a card. They remove from the game 2 cards in this pile, they leave your character deck. Oh, that could be useful too. That stops us from having to do that. But we'll do one thing at a time. Let's go ahead and draw a card. Another player discards a card, then draws a card. So we're going to go ahead and resolve this one over here. So we're going to play her to draw a card. And then another player draws a card, discards a card, then draws a card. And so we're going to go ahead and... Oh, that's interesting. So if we use this ability, we have to use abilities in order, so we can't. So we're going to go ahead and... probably should have done that, but it is what it is. I think we'll go ahead and... +3 of any one ability could be useful. We'll go ahead and discard this one over here. So we're going to discard a card and draw a card. And we got this, which is perfect. Okay, that is 2 military might and 5 handshakes, which means if we add 2, it's not enough. It's not freaking enough. It's close. It's close, but it's not enough. I could do that and that. Search the character deck for a hero card and put it in your hand and shuffle the deck. I really want Warzog's fucking Arc. So I might be willing to pay more for him. I guess, well, am I overpaying for him? I'm definitely overpaying for him. +3 of any one ability. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that I'm overpaying for this, but I think I am overpaying for this. So we're going to go ahead and use this over here. We're going to use this, and this all together to be able to conquer Warzog's Svekken Orc. Okay, so he's going to go into our discard here, and he's going to be able to use +3 of any one ability, +2 of any ability. If it conquers an NPC, put 2 on the weapon shop. And then Dragori the Guardian over here is going to be enough altogether to take him down, but I think he really helps our pool a lot in the future. Now over here we have these, so we're going to go ahead and use this on, honestly, it's the weapon shop again all over. Should we just use it on the weapon shop and just use that to pull gold? The alternative is I can use it up there. No, I can't. I think we're just going to use 2 more in the weapon shop and just use it to pull gold. So it is what it is. We're going to go ahead and chip 2 more here with this guy, which feels like we're horribly misplaying this round. But we are setting ourselves up for success in the future. At least there's that. Yeah. I'm okay with it. We'll draw some weapons. We have good weapons already. I think I need better weapon shop first before I get more weapons. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue this. So we're going to go ahead with the next thingy, and we're going to go ahead and use our last hand of cards to try to figure out how we want to put our actual things on, you know, the various people over here. That's going to be gone. We're just going to put this back on our week 2 cards because we're not going to take him. Almost certainly not. We are going to use these to try to figure out how we want to allocate cards over here. And to that end, we have put 2 in any one structure. That's useful. That's just straight up useful over there. So changing loot cards can be useful. Removing 2 cards in the character deck, we do want to do that for sure. But let's save this for last. Produce 2 and put this in another player's hand. That would have been very, very useful had I thought of it earlier. This one definitely is a bit, I kind of screwed up there. These two together, I kind of really screwed up there. They don't work great. Okay, so what I can do is I can pair you and you together, and you for that matter. No, but I won't work with all of them. But if I do you and you, we'll get books and eyesight, which don't help us. But if I do you and you, it still doesn't help because the eyesight's the wrong number. This was not done well. This is not done well. I butchered some things here, but it's okay. It's okay. I should have produced 2, put in another player's hand, discarded that one. That would have made sense. But I'm not gonna undo things. So what we have over here is we want to get some things. This person can go ahead and go. So he can put 2 cubes on the Iron Hand Outpost, with this and this. So we got some 2 cubes on Iron Hand Outpost, which is helpful. We're gonna be done there. Then over here, between the 2 of them, they can throw a cube on the tavern, I guess. I mean, maybe draw 3 heroes and add 1 to your deck. It's good to a degree, but also it is not that great. These really, really are bad. Alternatively, I can just remove from the game 2 cards in the discard pile. They leave your character deck. Should I do that? 2 cards in the discard pile? Do we have weak 1 cards? I guess so. I like some of them here. Draw a card, another player discards a card, then draws a card. That's useful. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these 2 cards. I don't love it, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this ability to get rid of these 2 cards. So we're going to have to do less deck weeding, which works for me over here. So these guys are going to leave our character deck, which means we're going to go ahead to here. Maybe I won't be drawing some... Are we doing this right over here? Where's our weak 1 cards? Did I get rid of weak 1 cards? Here we go, weak 1. I don't know why I'm doing it in that order, but it works. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and continue that with... So we have still these 2 over here. We can put 2 in any one structure, and this guy's kind of useless on his own, so he's not going to do anything for us, unfortunately. And then we're going to take this one. It's a good card. I just didn't use it correctly. It could generate 8, eyesight generating across the hands. I just used it poorly. But this one over here, put 2 in any one structure. That's going to be helpful. We can try to upgrade the natural lab. We can try to upgrade the tavern. The tavern's at level 3. It would be great to upgrade that a little bit more. Draw 3 character cards. But I would like to ideally... We don't need the armor from the tavern, but upgrading it would be good. Fine. Let's go ahead. Or I could change 4 loot cards. Put 2 on any one structure. I can use you to open armor. I can use you. Fine, we'll go ahead and we will put something down over here, I guess. Yeah, we can upgrade the tavern. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put 2 cubes onto the tavern to be able to upgrade it. And that is everyone. That is all the stuff over here. We can put these off to the side. We can go ahead and complete all these things over here and just get this off. And now we can go ahead and figure out the resolution of all this stuff. So we did capture 3 NPCs, which means we are going to go ahead and gain 1 loot card. We're also going to go ahead and get 6 loot, but then for every 3 loot, you draw 2 more. So we're going to take 8 loot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And to those who wonder why I do it this way, it's because I don't really remember if I shuffle things, so it's just faster to do it that way to make sure I'm getting a nice even spread. And then of course I shuffle after, because that makes sense. That gives us a whole lot of loot cards. We have a lot of loot cards, although we also know from experience that it tends to burn through things very quickly. To that end, first thing we're going to do is we're going to upgrade the tavern. So we're going to spend 1 cube over here to upgrade the tavern, and we're going to need 2 steel, 3, 1, 2, and then here we go. Here we go, 3. Okay, perfect. We've now upgraded our tavern, which means we're going to have weapon level 2, which is going to be helpful. So if we grab our tavern level 4 over here, put that into play, we have our tavern level 3 back here. We are done on upgrading the tavern. We're going to do the same thing for the shop over here. So again, these are all going to be spend cards. We're going to spend 1 token from our shop, and I have 3 money and 2 gems. 1, 2, 3, and 2 gems. We're already running low on these cards. Like we have 1 gem left, that's the thing. You do run out of stuff fairly quickly as far as these go, but we are going to upgrade our weapon shop to level 3 as well. So weapon shop is now level 4. It was level 3. It's going to be level 4, which means we now have 3 level 4 buildings and a level 5 building over here. We are going to go ahead and let's use this last one to draw 2 weapons from 2 gear from the level 2 deck over here. So our level 2 deck, we're looking for the lightweight armor over here. So if we go to our level 2 lightweight armor, we got this, we got 1, and then we got over here 2 for our lightweight armor as far as these go. And then we're going to go ahead and spend, let's look at what we got and see what we can potentially buy. Those will cost gems. Of course they cost gems. We can't buy any of those. We can't use any of those. We don't have the requisite gems we need, unfortunately. So those are going to go back into the weapons deck. We can go ahead and put them back right now, because that is not going to work for us, unfortunately. As cool as they might be, we didn't actually get them. Over here, we're going to open up, we're going to do 4 weapons over here. So we're going to go ahead and grab 4 weapons, because I think our characters are all using those weapons. So we're going to go ahead and grab some level 1, 2, 3, and then 4. We're going to also do the same thing to spend, get 2 armors over here. So 2 level armors, boom, there we go. Got a whole lot of stuff we can go ahead and try to think about how we want to buy this over here. So we have the Frost Axe, plus 2 to our roll, 8 damage, a hero flips an attack, I love that. Plus 10 HP, you heal 9, a hero flips an attack, and unflips another one. Oh, I want that bad. They got gems, stop costing gems. Diamonds, these cost gems, we need more gems. I should have put a code tokens here to change out loot cards, but whatever. So these, unfortunately, are going to go right back. It looks like armor requires gem. So we have all these cards that give you plus 2 roll, plus 7 damage, put 2 distract tokens on the target. That could be useful. Plus 2 roll, 8 damage, plus 3 per effect on combatants. 8 damage, plus 3 per effect on combatants. Effects in general? That's strong. I like that. I like the Nightblade Halberd. I want that one. We have the Flaming Sword, 8 damage, and you gain a cube. Also useful. I think the Frost Axe and the Nightblade Halberd are kind of calling my name. So let's see what we can afford over here. So if we go ahead, we need 4 wood to get both of those. We need 4 wood, an iron, and a gem, and a gold. 2 gold. Okay. 4 wood, a gem, 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. So we got our 4 wood, we got our 2 gold, we got our gem, we got our iron, we need a gem, and there we go. That'll do it. That'll get us both those weapons over here. I like them. Get the 8 damage plus 3. I think that could be, because of the way I'm playing my characters right now, I sometimes have 6 effects out, sometimes even more. So that could be, you know, a 17, 18 damage attack. It's, you know, it could be a lot, basically. So we're going to go ahead. Well, not 18, because I guess the math wouldn't work out for that. But either way, you get the point. These are going to go to our spend pile over here. We maintain all of these over here. So we basically have some iron, some what's it called. We're going to go ahead and spend 2 of these to go ahead and get ourselves another gold. So let's take 1 gold back so we can keep that. And I don't think there's much we're going to do with the rest of this, at least not right now. We're going to put all these back, and then I think we're done. So we're going to go ahead and put these back into our pool, gathering where they go, and then we're going to go ahead and proceed to the next encounter, so we can level up our buildings, get to our level 3 cards, and then hopefully our legendary cards. There's only a handful of legendary cards. We need more legendary cards in this game. But that's basically it. That is everything we're going to do as far as this goes over here. We have our buildings upgraded. At the beginning of next round, we're going to go ahead and upgrade some of our cards, making sure we get some good choices over here. We're going to put back our loot cards and deal with all of that. We have our Nightblade Halberd and our Frost Axe joining the game, which is great because if you recall, at the end of the scenario, we lost a weapon as well. And we'll be back in a few weeks with more Tanares goodness. A reminder that the Pledge Manager for Tanares will be closing by the end of October. There may or may not be a video for more Tanares by the end of October, so we'll have to see on that one. But as always, until next time, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co. Hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, I hope you have a good one.